And welcome back. We are now on podcast number 4, and today I have a very special guest. He was mentioned in podcast number 1, relentlessly, Jeff Brown.
And 2.
What?
And 2.
Did we mention you in 2?
I've been mentioned in every single one.
2 was with DJ. Oh, that's right. I think DJ did talk about you for a little bit, didn't you?
I don't think he talked about me, just mentioned me.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Yeah, so like we were talking about. So, I was thoroughly disappointed because this is such a beautiful, like the cover here is so beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
And I was really excited for when I was going to open this up and have the full thing. No,
Nope.
the inside's
It's
not
just
foil.
the outside. Yeah.
The inside is not, in fact, foil. And Wizards, like, how hard would that have been to make that foil? To match that beautiful foil one that you have there on the front. Just, you already foiled this side of it. Just foil that side, too.
Joke's on you, kid. We already got your money.
Right? And this thing was not cheap.
It's like $50.
This is the one that comes with the collector's booster in it. Yeah, so it was like $50, $60. And I was like, really? And I didn't know it came with the collector's booster in it. I was like, this is the same thing, just the box is foil, and it comes with a special spin down die. Like, what?
So you spend $30 for the box.
Yeah, that's what I
and the
thought.
Dice. Yeah.
I was like, but maybe it's a really cool dice. I don't know. I didn't notice that it actually came with the additional collector booster,
Which is only like $20.
So it evens out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know it came with that. That's the large. The large.
It's
version.
Travis's girlfriend.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, the Bear Slayer. It's Goldilocks.
Oh yeah, word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you know.
You sure it's not Bubby's girlfriend? Because they're both children.
Well, no, because he's all about, killing bears somehow.
Oh,
And
well, yeah,
that's
because he
just
thinks that, what was it 4 or is it 4 or 5?
5 Brock Lesnar's
5 Brock Lesnar's kid
versus 1
Grizzly Bear.
Grizzly Bear.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see.
Okay.
I know nothing about this set. Literally nothing.
Basically Lorwyn 2.0. So
I know nothing about Lorwyn. But did I pull anything good?
there's a bunch of fairies and merfolk and stuff like that.
I think we kept all of the goodies separated, but I don't know how if Woman's and I did that. That stack feels a little light.
I mean, yeah, this is fun for shenanigans outside the game,
Right.
because it lets you basically pull anything from your sideboard.
Mm-hmm.
And this is basically Birds of Paradise,
Right.
baby Birds of Paradise. if you
Baby
will.
birds.
Yeah. It's not the best, but
It's
and
up
then,
there.
And then you have one of the, I don't know, I might be wrong in saying this, but one of the first interracial kind of appearances in Magic.
Right, with the Black Queen.
Black Queen, she's got a black son or daughter,
Right.
or both,
Mm-hmm.
and her husband has a son and daughter as well, which is going to be the blue and the red planeswalker.
Oh, Rowan and
Yeah.
his sister.
Yep.
Which Team Ramrod.
Yep. So
No, I've actually bought 2 fat packs for this set. Only because they came with the foil lands
yeah.
and the oversized spin down die. Because I thought that was really cool. So I have both of them
Yep.
from this set. And I don't know where all the rares went for this.
And then
Somewhere.
you got basically Boros, Bitter Blossom,
Yeah.
essentially.
That's the only mythic I got.
Yeah. Fun card.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. I'll put it in the binder. See if anybody wants it. I don't run Boros. I mean, I kind of do with Eddie Spaghetti.
No. Vampires.
I love that deck.
Still got to get those Buffy the Vampire sleeves.
Oh, we saw those over at the Soldiery, and I almost bought them. But Brittany has a hatred for Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And I didn't know this.
Why is that?
I don't know. I haven't asked her. Yeah, it seemed like it troubled her. But she bought these. Which...
Meowery Krampus. Okay.
Yeah, we can go. You can go ahead and show the camera.
It's
But
Cat Krampus. Krampus?
yeah,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
imagine being punished for your evil Halloween or Christmas deeds
Right.
by a cat demon thing.
And then I got
That's exciting.
these, which I'm thinking about putting.
Oh, that's cool.
Something in, because they're matte too.
A headless horseman riding a dragon
Yeah,
with the witch in the background.
yeah, it's pretty dope.
It's awesome.
It's pretty dope. But yeah, those were our recent exploits when it comes to Magic. Which, for people who don't know, Magic is how Jeff and I connected. Not how we stay connected, but I think how we started. I'm pretty sure we all came over to your place to learn to play Magic. Or at least that's where my Magic started. Or it all trickled from you at some point. I don't know how that all started. I know that at one point I wasn't playing Magic, and at one point you and I were friends and I was playing Magic.
I can't remember how it started, but I vaguely remember Travis and Bryce coming over.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if I played Travis or if I played Bryce, but I used my infinite turn deck.
Mm-hmm.
And all I remember was the look on Travis's face when all was said and done. And I asked whoever I was playing, do I need to continue or do you concede?
Right.
And they just, after that, it was,
So, you're
Down.
saying that Travis saw the infinite turn deck before he played
yes.
the infinite turn deck?
That's-
And
That's what upsets me to this day.
then... Alright, so, for those of you who don't know, there was a time when Travis had a deck in Magic that Jeff had made, his infinite turn deck. And Travis spent all of his turns trying to find creatures. But there's only one creature in the deck.
Yeah. I think there was 2 creatures in the deck at the time.
Right. So he spent forever, and then he finally got the creature out, and then he just ended his turn.
Yep. And lost.
And then lost right after that.
Yeah. Like, he could have won so many times over.
Right, but he was too, like, he had so many win conditions in hand, but he was just going for creatures. Because Travis is a disgusting green player.
That is true. Who plays mono green?
Who plays Travis?
Yeah.
Green Vamp, that's all he ever plays.
I take that back. Once upon a time, Bryce used to run mono green.
Yeah, but since then he's evolved. Travis still plays mono green.
Yeah.
Mono
That's-
green Vamp.
That's fair.
Yeah. I did like Bryce's artifact deck because that was like my first like love in Magic. It wasn't vampires; it was artifacts. And I built was it the Cauldra deck where you had the helm of Cauldra, the shield of Cauldra, and I believe the sword.
Sword of Cauldra and
And once you had all 3 on the field, you created a
4/4
avatar
named
creature
Cauldra.
called Cauldra. Equip everything to him.
Yep.
And then I built a deck around that using all artifacts and Darksteel Forge, so everything was indestructible. And then I didn't even know about Mirror Battlesphere at the time. Because that was about the same time, and I was over here building something completely way off from like the original Mirrodin set. And everybody's like, dude.
Right.
The
at
meta
time,
right now for artifacts is Mirror Battlesphere Infinite Damage.
But at the time, when you guys started playing, you had cards like Path to Exile. So it was just 1 white, buy.
Yeah.
Like, take your life. I don't care.
Right.
Your shit's gone forever.
And Swords. Was Swords out then? Swords of Pilshire?
Oh, Swords of Plowshare?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah. that was like, oh, jeez, I'm going to get this wrong. Swords of Plowshare was one of the first original white removal.
Gotcha.
It was...
Oh!
Yeah.
Man, look here over the shelf. I love the shelf because once I get more people here, we can go down memory lane. Speaking of memory lane.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many hours have you and I spent on the Defiant server not doing shit?
Jesus. So, I can't remember if you did or not, but I got it when it released.
The game or the collector's edition?
The game.
Okay. So, oh no, I gave you the collector's edition.
Yeah, because you got me the collector's edition.
Because I found them on Amazon for $20.
Right, and
there was like $60 worth of DLC in it.
yeah, and I remember we told Jason at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and he bought like 4 of them.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's probably why they sold out.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy them all because they don't have any idea what these are."
Hey, $150 worth of content for $20? Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Not to mention it came with the messenger bag too.
Yeah, dope messenger bag.
And then it came with this little figurine, which people can't see because it's below the table. But it came with a little
Hellbug warrior.
a little Hellbug warrior, little cutie.
Exciting.
Yeah, and then
The game was ahead of its time
It really was.
because you had a whole show running concurrently alongside it.
Yeah, and after every episode, there would be an episodic mission that you could play inside of the MMO
Yeah.
that related to either before the show or after the show, depending on when they launched the mission. So it
Yeah.
either continued on or was a prequel to the episode. It was really cool, and the show was really good too, but unfortunately that had to come to an end as well, because sci-fi is struggling and can't keep anything alive for more than 3 seasons, apparently.
I mean, let's be honest, though. It's
Unless it's Doctor Who.
yeah, true. There was you had to have a certain taste for that kind of show.
Yeah, that show, I mean, it wasn't like a blockbuster or like an HBO show or anything like that. But, I mean, it was a good show. It had a lot of charm.
Yeah.
It wasn't like non-stop action. You could definitely tell it wasn't like a high-budget TV show. It was definitely like a low-budget TV show.
Oh yeah.
But they did a lot for what they had. Like the makeup was really good in it. Like the aliens seemed believable,
Yeah.
and the weapons, like the props, were pretty good too.
Oh man, so many memories.
Yeah, I mean, and then countless friends that we tried to get to play with us. But that's like with everything that we played. I mean, it was like that with ESO.
Always buying games for people.
Always buying games for people. Brittany. Trying to get them to play. Brittany. And then they're coming in with a bunch of excuses. Brittany. Let's see. Look on. Let's see. How many games have we bought in Brittany over the years? Because now we got to pick on Brittany. So I bought her Guild Wars 2, so she could play Guild Wars 2 with us.
Oh god.
I'm pretty sure we bought her Defiance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Before it went free to play. Did we buy her any Halo games?
I think she already had Halo.
No,
games.
no. She's pretty good with keeping up on the Halo
Yeah.
games. Elder Scrolls Online?
No, I don't think we played with her in ESO.
No, I don't think so
Cause that was a shit show in itself.
either. Yeah. Since we've been together, I've bought her. What did I buy her the other day so that we can all play together? And she got mad at me for it.
Well, aside from Epic 7.
Well, Epic 7, yeah, that's. You're welcome for that.
Yeah.
Sorry to get you back into that. I can't help it. It's
Man,
such
I've
a
got
funny-
like 17 mobile games I'm playing already, and I'm just like,
At least, yeah. See, my problem is I'll get it's fixated on one game, and the way that they're set up so perfectly, to where every day those microtransactions seem more and more tempting. 'Cause
Oh,
they
yeah.
allow you to get that much more
Oh,
progress
absolutely.
because everything is just bottlenecks.
and they
quick.
keep shoving them in your face. Like every time you log
Yeah.
on, it's like, hey,
Hey,
one
hey,
day only.
one day only,
You're like,
2
stop.
weeks only, Christmas only. Like, oh goodness.
It's like,
And then, yeah, because the way the game starts off is they're just like, here, take this. Here, take this. All
Right.
this really cool stuff, you got it. And then later on, you realize that how rare that stuff is and
Oh,
hard to
yeah.
come by. And you're like, really? Like, but for $30, now Epic 7, I feel like, goes a little crazy.
but
Like,
I do get paid tomorrow.
right. Epic 7 goes hella crazy. Because they're like, yeah, for $100, mind you,
Oh yeah,
you can summon 20 units. You're like, what?
just 20 though.
Just 20?
By the way, 19 of them are going to be 3-star or lower.
19 of them are going to be trash.
Absolute garbage.
You're just throwing them away. God.
It's not even like they give you that much money to go with it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, here's
You get 14 summons, and then here's
100,000
Here's 10
gold.
more.
Yeah.
like
Like,
what?
okay, what am I going to do with that? Well, you can upgrade one item.
Only one level though.
Yeah.
like what? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that one's just gonna be like I'm just gonna wait it out, use my logins, my daily logins, and just play it over time. It's the
I
same
mean-
thing I did with Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Is I just played it over time, and then I got a decent.
Yeah, I kind of got into that after I overheard you and Bryce talking about it.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Well, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't too bad, but then like the problem is like once you get to that like mid ground, like right when you can either go like balls to the wall and min max everything, or there's not enough new content to really keep you interested.
Yeah.
And that's where I usually get stuck at, and then I move on to a new game,
Yeah.
which is terrible because I do have a bad habit of spending too much money on mobile games, like to the point where I'm now part of the Google reward system.
So am I. So am I. Part of the Google reward system, and I do the Google survey.
Oh, nice.
Have you heard of that?
No, but I'm about to.
So it's a survey. You're welcome, Google. But you download this app as a survey, and every day they send you a survey to take, just a random. It's just what's the last place you visited. You know, they give you a list of options, whatever, and they credit your account and they give you Google money.
Google Play
basically.
money, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like, oh, cool. Like I got a couple bucks right now, just from taking daily surveys for, you know, what's the last place you've been to? Raising Cane's.
Right.
Cool. Do you have the receipt still? I do, but I don't want to show you. Okay, here's 30 cents.
What happens if you show them?
Maybe you get more. Who knows?
Let's test that. Mother started keeping receipts.
Right?
We didn't play a whole lot of Halo together.
No, we did. Kind of. So
we played a lot of custom games together, but competitive Halo, I don't think we played a lot together.
well, the way it started out was I remember the day that we first started playing Halo was
Good, 'cause I don't.
it was their steak dinner kind of deal with the devs.
Yeah.
And it was
that the one at Bryce's house?
yeah.
On Epic Monday?
Yeah.
Yep, and that was
I guess
Halo
that's
Reach.
what that was. I don't know.
That's
But,
Halo Reach, yeah.
all I remember was you guys wanted to play Halo, and I said sure, why not?
Yep, and we were trying to get the Steaktacular on 343.
And
Or not 343, on
Three-
Bungie.
was it Bungie?
It was Bungie at the time.
Okay. So I remember playing with you guys, and it kind of brought out like my old Halo gamer, because that's going to lead into a different story. But
Good, we got time.
basically, I remember playing with you guys, and I was just like, oh man, these guys are okay.
Right.
But this guy can actually keep up with me. Okay. I'm all right. I can sit with this, you know. 'Cause
Right.
It's always a good day, you know, going 20-4, 20-5, whatever. It's another good day when there's two of you doing that.
Yeah, when it's like 20-4, 20-5, and you got like 6-4. You're like, what are you guys doing?
I mean, hey, you know, it's. I'm one of those players. Look, you can have the least amount of kills on the team, whatever. But I see you got like 10, 15 assists.
Right.
Whatever.
That's cool.
That's cool. But when you're running like, you know, 4 and 20, and you've got like 1 or 2 assists, it's like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah. I don't mind people assisting, but what I don't like is when people go negative. Like, hard negative.
I mean, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, obviously someone has to go negative on your team, especially if you lose. But my whole thing is, as long as you can get that 1-for-1 or as close to 1-to-1 as you can, I can pick up
Yeah,
the slack.
1.0s are okay.
Oh, dude, 1.0 all day. If I had a whole team of 1.0s, we'd win.
Not in Destiny.
Not in Destiny. No.
No, I think I sent you that screenshot actually, where our whole team went 1.5 or higher.
Well,
and
that's
we
because
still
Destiny
lost.
counts assist as kills.
Right.
Because it's their kill-death assist ratio. They don't actually have a kill-death ratio.
But even still, it's like, come on.
Yeah. For Halo, it's like whoever gets the final hit gets the kill, everybody else gets an assist.
Our whole
I guess, so.
team was 1.5 or higher,
You all still lost.
and we still lost. And
Was
it's like,
was it control? Because that would make sense.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
You know, even still though,
Yeah.
it's just like,
That's one of the things that drives me nuts, though, is when people don't play the game type. When you're playing control and you got this guy who's just running around killing people, and it's like, or you could capture that zone that you just killed all those people
but
in.
you know what? I'm okay with you just running around and killing people, because that's still at least, you know, hopefully 1 point. Unless, of course, you know, we don't control anything, then
Right.
it's 0 points. But even still,
Right.
it's like,
Nah, I'd rather have that zone advantage, because then you don't have to get as many kills, and whenever you are killing, it's worth twice as many points.
yeah.
So,
But you know, digressing. So
yeah.
we played a lot. I think it was one of those things. I can't remember what we were doing. We only had 4 controllers, and it was I don't know, maybe worst person on the team gives up their controller to the next guy, and you know, so it was just
Right.
you, me, and rotating 2 controllers, and it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Did you ever do the Vidmaster achievements?
No,
Oh, dude.
no.
I haven't told that story on here yet, So if you wouldn't mind,
Oh, by all means.
So let me set the stage. All right, Halo ODST had just came out, and for some people they hate Halo ODST. I think Halo ODST is probably one of the most underrated Halo games out there.
Okay.
Because in my opinion, it had probably one of the better campaigns in Halo, just because it was very story driven, and you actually got you felt the difference when you were playing between a Spartan and an ODST.
Oh yeah.
Because there was
Hell jumpers are squishy.
They're squishy. They squishy, and you felt it. You know, it's not like they just took Halo. It's the same mechanics as Halo 3, but they made you feel squishy. But at the same time, they made you feel like a badass, but a squishy badass.
Right.
And the storyline was really good, and it was probably one of the first Halo games where like everybody was voice acted in your team, and you actually had a team. It was the first Halo game where you had a team.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you could actually build that connection. And I liked the way that they did it too, because it was kind of like you were going back and forth. So you were in the present, but you kept finding clues that gave you flashbacks to missions.
Right.
And then you kind of pieced everything together, and then everything came together to the present, and then you guys figured out how to get out of there.
Right.
So that just happened, and they just announced, hey, we are releasing the 7 Vidmaster achievements. If you complete all 7 of these achievements, you will be awarded the Recon armor for your Halo 3 online multiplayer character. And we were like, because at that point, we'd only seen the Recon armor in one place and one place only, and that was Bungie employees. We're the only people who were rocking Recon armor or the flaming helmets, which Bungie let us get a taste of the flaming helmets every year on the Bungie anniversary. So you'd be running around and everybody be flaming helmets. But otherwise, if you saw a flaming helmet in a multiplayer match, you knew that was a Bungie employee or somebody connected to Bungie somehow.
Right.
And I've got screenshots galore from the one game. Out of all the Halo games I've played, I've only played one game where there was a Bungie employee on the other team. And I know it was a Bungie employee because I'm pretty sure it was an elite with a flaming helmet, which wasn't possible for anybody. You had to be playing as a Spartan in order to have a flaming helmet. Or he had a flaming helmet and I was an elite. I can't remember.
Right.
But all I remember is that there was a guy, and I took a lot of screenshots because I was dumb hyped. It was the first time I ever saw it outside of the Bungie anniversary. But needless to say, we all wanted the Recon armor. Me, I wanted it because the shoulder pads completed my whole set. I had the Katana chest piece, the Hayabusa helmet, and then the Recon shoulder pads, which means you could take one look at my Spartan and be like, this dude has done everything in Halo 3. He has all the achievements. He's done the Vidmaster achievements. This dude's not to be messed with.
In PvE.
And PvP. Alright. Because no, in order to get the Recon, well, the Katana, because with all the DLCs that came out, originally the only way you can get the Katana is if you had all the original achievements.
Right.
So you had 1,000 gamer score or 59 achievements.
Yeah.
And then when all the map packs came out, they were like, okay, you just need to have 1,000 gamer score or 59 achievements.
Right.
So I actually got it based off having more of the multiplayer achievements, and then I went back later and kind of cleaned up the the campaign achievements.
Which is harder.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Which is harder. And then with the Recon armor, or the rest of the Hayabusa armor, other than the Katana chest piece, but the rest of the Hayabusa armor was based off of how many skulls you found in the campaign.
Right.
So that was cool. And then the Recon was from the 7 Vidmaster achievements. Let's see if we can remember them all. There was 7 on the 7th. So that was go into a playlist with 7 experience on the 7th day of the month. That was a Vidmaster achievement.
No
Because
thanks.
Bungie loves 7.
Right.
Then there was Brain Pain, which was find all of the skulls hidden on every multiplayer map in Halo 3. Which every single one of the DLC maps, not one of the core maps, but every one of the DLC maps had a hidden skull on it. And there were
Gotcha.
7 DLC maps that came out by the time that the Vidmasters did. So you got to go into Forge and figure out some weird way to get to all of these skulls and collect all 7 of them, and you got that achievement. Not very hard to do. Then there was one, it was really dumb, but it was like pretty much reached the rank of Lieutenant, and one of the new multiplayer, after the new multiplayer update that they did, where they actually add individual ranks to playlists other than your overall rank.
Okay.
So you had your overall rank, but then you had your rank in a playlist.
Yeah.
So hit Lieutenant in a playlist. I mean, just win 50 matches. Easy. I mean, not easy for some people, but it was I pretty much already had that done because it was retroactive. So if you already had 50 experience in that playlist, guess what? You're a lieutenant.
Just checkmarked.
So it was already done as soon as that achievement came out. So we're at 3. And I think the last 4 were all campaign based. One of them was complete a mission in ODST Legendary, all skulls on without firing a single bullet. I might have just been Legendary without firing a single bullet.
Okay.
And that was one of them. Then there was Annual, which was complete the final mission of Halo 3 Legendary 4-player co-op with Tough Luck and I believe Iron on. Yeah. So with Iron
For Annual and Halo 3,
yeah, Annual Halo 3.
everyone has to be in Ghost.
And
also.
yeah, and you have to finish the map with everybody in Ghost. But with Iron, if one person in the party died, everybody went back to last checkpoint.
Exactly.
As soon as one person died.
Yeah.
Which means going through that final chase scene with 4 ghosts, a nightmare, because Travis would fall off every 5 freaking seconds. So that night, we were doing the Deja Vu, Endure, and Annual achievements. So we had all night to do those 3. Alright? And those were so tough. So we started off with Annual. And we finally got that one after Travis fell off so many times. Travis? He would intentionally ram people off. Like, he was being such a Travis.
Oh, man.
Oh, he's driving me nuts. So then we all took a break. And then we came back to do Endure. Endure took us 4 hours. Non-stop. And that was complete, I believe it was like 4 sets, 4 waves, 5th round in Firefight on Heroic.
Yep.
Yeah, 4-player co-op.
Mm-hmm.
Xbox Live. We were rotating out. Thankfully, we had extra people. But we were rotating out for bathroom breaks. Because it took 4 hours to go through all of those waves, rounds, and sets.
Right.
Forever. And we failed. Our first attempt failed after, I believe, an hour and a half. So an hour and a half in, we wiped. And we were like, dude, I don't know if we can do this. And we rallied back up. And there was a point where the Pokemon theme song was on repeat, but everyone's hands was full, so no one could skip the song. So we sat there for like 15, 20 minutes straight with, I want to be the very best. We're like, oh, God. Oh, God.
You guys were singing it in your heart of hearts.
It was either, that might have been during Deja Vu. I know that Mike Rock and I got into a fight during Endure. Because we were both getting so freaking heated at this game and like all the crap that was happening that he and I had an argument sitting right next to each other without looking at each other or taking our hands off the controller. Like we had a fight. And then as soon as we finally hit that like 4th set, 4th round, 5th wave, like we both hugged it out and apologized to each other. Like it was the funniest thing ever. Like instantly awesome. Made up. And then Deja Vu. So Deja Vu is to complete the final mission of ODST. 4-player co-op live, Legendary, with Tough Luck, Iron, and everybody had to finish on mongooses instead of warthogs and scorpions on the end. That one was a lot easier because the way they did it is they gave you 2 mongooses with 4 rocket launchers. But there's 4 special rocket launchers. You pick those rocket launchers up, they had 1,000 rockets in them. And so the guy on the back of the mongoose basically had unlimited rockets to keep you safe while you ran to the end of the mission.
Nice.
And that way we only had to have 2 good drivers rather than 4. And we put Travis on the back with a rocket. It was still risky because he liked to shoot the other guy in the mongoose. And that was probably one of our greatest memories came from is Dakota ran ahead on his mongoose. And then you just see him coming back and he's like, they're packing heat! As he's like running and you see these Wraith tanks coming over and we're like, well, yeah, it's Halo. Everybody's strapped. What do you mean they're packing heat? Like, you're an idiot, dude. But it was such a good time. But, dude, that was a crazy night. A crazy night. And then after that was all said and done, like, it was, like, the morning. Like, we stayed up all night doing this, and Bryce's grandma donated, I want to say, like, 30 or 40 Monster Javas from the bar.
Nice.
So we were just like, oh, I hate that Mount Happy.
Right.
All that stuff. Like going nuts. And I watched Bryce literally pass out in the middle of a conversation and wake back up. So he was sitting there, and it was me and Donnie. And we were sitting in Bryce's old room in his dad's house, and we were sitting on his bed, and Bryce was sitting in his chair with like his back to his desk. And he's like sitting there, he's like, And you see his head just go. And he comes back up, Donnie and I look at each other and we're like, did that just happen?
Yep.
Bryce is like, what? We're like, dude, you just passed out for like a good half second. He's like, no, I didn't. We're like, dude, your head bounced off the table and
Right.
came back up.
That's what woke you up, probably.
Like it just, he was like in mid conversation too. He's like, everything, and then just came right back. We're like, dude, that's funny. But
That's great.
but I like that's what I miss the most about gaming back then and like the whole Halo era back then.
It was nice. The problem that I had was I got too competitive with it, and it got to the point where that's all I did. I ate, slept, and drank Halo.
Right.
That's all I did, and it got to the point where Jerry and I had started living together, and I mean at one point it almost came down to, hey, it's either me or, you know,
Halo.
not so much as the video games, Halo.
Right.
Specifically this game. And I was just like, alright, I'll chill out.
Right.
So, you know, after that I kinda dropped off the hardcore
Right.
multiplayer. Kept doing like, you know, like firefight, stuff like that, you
Custom
know.
games.
But like just hours of just straight matchmaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of died out for me.
Dude, yeah. I mean, even I have been guilty of getting way too competitive. I've thrown controllers at people coming to investigate why I'm screaming in the barracks room.
Mm.
Like there's a classic story where I'm like going off at this game, like yelling at my big screen TV, and the way our barracks was set up is we shared a bathroom
Right.
with the guys next door, but they can go through the bathroom to come into my room. And so the guy next door, Fairman, like came in and peeked his head in, and he's like, "Bert, shut the fuck up!" And I was like, "Fuck you, Fairman." He's like, "Oh, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?" I was like, "Fairman, you leave me alone." He's like, "I'm fucking crazy. I'll do it." He's like, "You ain't gonna do nothing." And I take my controller and I just yeet it at him. And he slams the door, and this controller just hits the door and just turns to dust. And he opens the door and he's like, "There's something fucking wrong with you, Bert," and like slams the door back. And I was like, "Damn it.
Oh, so much for that.
That was my last good controller."
Right.
I already done broke the rest.
Yeah, no, what started for me was, because I played, you know, Halo 2. Like, I started off on Halo 1, of course, but Halo 2, that was, you know, matchmaking. Like, that was online.
For the
you
first
know.
time, yeah.
And I remember I was playing with my friends, and it got to the point where I was stuck at 23 for the longest time. Level 23. That was, you know, it wasn't bad. It wasn't good either. But I remember I was playing with these guys, and they're like, "Dude, you play at least like a 30." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I just can't progress, you know? I'm playing with these people that just,
Tank.
they're not there, you know?
Mhm.
It's like you could be the highest rank in the world, but if you don't have a support system,
Right.
you're garbage, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up getting with this clan, and man, I was with this clan for probably 2 or 3 years, and yeah, I got to 34, and that was after 30. That's when you ran into modders, and modders were heavy in Halo 2. I mean, you would spawn in a game, and it would just say, "Team change," and you're like, "Wait, this is ranked. What do you mean team change?"
Right.
Hold on. Pull up the menu. It's like, why is it 5v3 in a ranked game? What? Like, you know,
Look, bro.
we would be on a map like Lockout.
Yeah.
One of the smallest maps in the game. Why is the other team, why are they all flying Banshees?
How does
What?
this work?
I remember the one time I joined this game, and I shit you not, it's raining. And I'm like, there's no rain on this map. What? What's going on? So I step out, and it just says I got sniped. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. So I step out again, got sniped. That's when I looked closely. I just, you know, I opened my eyes. I just looked at the screen. I'm like, hold on. Rain doesn't do that. So then, like, I kind of peek out, and up in the sky, you can see this black dot. It's just this dude. And you can make out that he's holding a sniper rifle. And that's when I clued in. That's not rain. Those are sniper bullets.
Jeez.
This dude is literally raining bullets. Like, how is this fair in any way, shape, or form?
Right.
Like, this... So at that point, it was like,
Cool.
getting past
I'm
30.
at 34.
Yeah, like you're stuck there, Once you get to like 40, that's when you don't even have a number anymore.
Right.
It's just a symbol, and the symbol that everyone's aiming for is 50, which is going to be the Halo ring itself.
Right.
No, the only 50s you saw were modders or
People who got there before the modders.
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And refused to play after that.
Right. Every once in a while you'd run into someone who just didn't know what they were doing. Like, yeah, I've got super speed. I've got super jump on.
Right.
And they jump straight up in the air, and it's like, okay. Everyone and their mom pulls out a long-range gun.
And just melts them.
And, yeah, they're dead before they even make it up to the highest point. And you're just like, what were you thinking?
Right.
Like, you just turned yourself into the biggest target in the world. Like, cool.
No cover.
Exactly. Like, cool. Or you'd have the guy that just runs straight off the map, and you're just like,
Cool.
all right, sweet. Another point for me.
Right.
So it got to the point where, after Halo 2, Halo 3 came out, I was playing with my buddies and whatnot, and I believe I was still with that clan, but I was friends with the clan leader at the time, and that clan leader specifically asked me to start a sister clan. So like it was Dragon's Pride. I remember the name of the clan.
Right.
And he asked me to pick one of the, 4 cardinal, Asian gods, the dragon, the tiger, the phoenix, or, the turtle. Well, obviously not the dragon because they had already picked that.
Right.
And he said, yeah, pick one of the other 3, make a sister clan. You're going to be the lead of that clan. That way, because back then, clan wars were a thing. You actually queued up for clan wars.
In Halo 2?
In Halo 2.
Okay.
So it was 8v8.
Mm-hmm.
It was clan versus clan. Eventually they did away with it just because, some clans got so prominent. It was just like, man, you're only going to be fighting one clan, pretty
Right.
much. And just wasn't fun, really, anymore. But I remember after that, I kind of got bored with that clan just because it was stagnant again.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I got the highest point that I could reach with these guys. I need another team, someone, a group of people that were better, if you will.
Yeah.
And that's when I started my own clan. And then passed through the years, Halo ODST, Halo Reach and all that. But I believe it was Reach that I started. I can't remember who I was playing with. It would have had to either been. I don't think it was you specifically
I don't think so.
because it would have been like Bryce or somebody. Maybe I'm not sure, to be honest with you.
Possibly Dakota?
But maybe Dakota.
Maybe?
Possibly.
Yeah.
But it got to the point where, I was kind of like introduced to you guys, and they're just like, oh yeah, yeah, feel free to join the clan. And I was like, all right, cool,
Right.
sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
And then after that, the clan went from everybody to pretty much just you and I.
Dilly. No, because let's see. We started off probably back in, I want to say 2007? That was when the clan was founded. And we started out as the Sworn Ninja Killers.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that.
SNK for short.
Yeah.
So it was me, it was Dakota, Bryce, Travis, my brother, and a couple other people. And I had like what I thought was a really cool ranking system and all that good stuff. And, like rules and things like that. And we actually grew pretty decently. I mean, we had a pretty decent amount of people. I think we maxed out at like 18. which is pretty good for a Halo clan.
It's not bad.
And we had a couple dudes from Australia too, so that was pretty cool too. That we had met. And then I don't know, I was just doing my thing, running the clan, and I was trying to make it more competitive. I was trying to make it very competitive.
Right.
So to the point where you had your rank, and then you had your position within that rank. So I was obviously headmaster.
Right.
And then you had your master ninjas. But then you had a master ninja 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
And you can challenge whoever was directly above you and take their position. And you could work your way up the ladder. So I had it set up to where it'd be highly competitive.
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just had your regular sworn ninjas, which for them, in order to become a master ninja, you had to bring 4 recruits to the clan. And then I would promote you to a master ninja because you've brought in forth more people. And then that way you can kind of police them, and I'd give you the authority to kind of police them and keep them out of trouble. And you guys would have your own squad to play with.
Right.
With one person who's kind of in charge of it, but basically they're the person who's the liaison for the clan. So
Right.
if somebody talks shit, or they get stomped and somebody talks shit, they let me know, and then I bring the A game, and we show them what the clan's actually about, and not just the guys that are going out having fun. Like, if you want to get competitive, you want to talk shit on my clan, beat the good guys, and then you can talk shit about my clan.
Right.
Don't talk shit about my normal guys that are just trying to play the game. And
Yeah.
have fun. Like, if you want to get competitive, we can get competitive, but they're just having fun. Leave them be.
Right.
But Dakota wanted more of kind of like a laid back and like I love Dakota to death, but he wanted more respect, I guess. I don't know. He had. I mean, don't get me wrong. He was good at Halo, but he wasn't the best in the clan by any means. And I think that he felt like he was second best, but he was just second in command, if that makes sense.
You guys did a lot of shit talking for your skill level.
Yeah,
I felt like,
we all did.
because I was at the point I was leading my own clan,
Mhm.
and I was just playing with you guys.
Yeah, I
and
think
I was
so,
just
yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah. Like Travis always likes to talk shit, and Jeremy liked to talk shit.
Yeah.
Jeremy didn't talk too much shit. But it was mostly Travis and Dakota that liked to talk a lot of shit, but then wouldn't back it up.
Oh, it's great. It's great. I loved it because it would be like, man.
But then we'd have like other people in the clan who were actually holding their own weight and wanting to be more prominent.
Right.
So basically, Dakota decided that he didn't like that anymore, and he wanted to kind of run his own thing, and so he split the clan in half.
Okay.
He then formed the VNA, the Vengeful Ninja Association,
Okay.
to go against the Sworn Ninja Killers, in which case we decided to have our little civil war, which ended in 1-4v4, which Dakota got absolutely dominated.
It happens.
It happens.
It happens.
And at that point, I then had the authority, because originally it was written that Dakota would always be number 2, and that could never change. But then he left the clan. So at that point, after I beat him, he then had to dissolve the VNA, rejoin the clan, and bring back all the members that he lost. And then I now had the authority, if I wanted to remove him as number 2 and put somebody else there. But I kept him at number 2. Because, whatever, you were already there before, boom. And then now, to make him feel better, I told him, hey, the VNA is now the best of the Sworn Ninja Kin. So, when someone does talk shit to the clan, we send the VNA, which is our top 4 guys, to go in there and remind people who we are. So that way you can still be in charge of the VNA, but the VNA now belongs to the Sworn Ninja Kin. And all the scrubs that you tried to bring against my guys are gone. They're no longer in the VNA. They're just back to wherever they were in the clan, and I'm going to put our best of the best in there. So basically, just to kind of bring peace, I said, hey, you're in charge of our number 1 squad. You're the squad leader of our number 1 squad, and when it comes to that, I will answer to you because I am part of your squad.
Right.
To make you feel better.
I mean, it don't make sense. Yeah.
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 Like, you're the squad leader, so whenever we're, like, in the shit and we're defending our honor, I listen to you. So
Right.
you tell me when I can and can't go off.
The good general leads.
Yeah. So, I was
Lead
like, but when
stuff.
it comes to other clan-related stuff, I have the end-all, say-all, and then that's when we changed from the Sworn Ninja Killers to the Sworn Ninja Kin. And then we went stagnant because there wasn't enough competition.
I feel like more so there wasn't enough activity.
Well, yeah, that's the problem. There wasn't enough competition. What was nice is, like, Ryan was getting into it because Ryan was coming after Dakota hard. And so Ryan was fighting tooth and claw, ripping people off of that freaking rank ladder left and right in the
Yeah.
1v1s. Because that's the way it was settled. It would be settled in 1v1, best 2 out of 3 matches.
Right.
Where it would go, the defender would get to pick the first map and game type. The attacker would get to pick the first game and map type, and then it would always be settled in a 1v1 swords on Epitaph if there was a tiebreaker.
Okay.
As a tiebreaker. Because that was the clan map and the clan game mode. Was swords, Epitaph. And so that's how all ties would be settled and all disputes would be settled. It would be a
Right.
1v1 swords on Epitaph, and everybody else would go around as little orbs and watch the fight.
Yep, I remember that. And I think what it was at the time was I was still just I guess I was like a glorified friend of the family.
Yeah.
Because I was still leader of my clan.
Yeah.
But I was just like, yeah, let me get in with your guys' clan nonsense, you
Yeah,
know,
just
while
to
leading my clan.
Yeah,
like,
let's just see what
like, what's going on? What are you
how
guys
bad
doing?
can
that's,
someone fuck this up? Let's watch.
yeah, like, oh, this is exciting, you know? So,
Well, I tried to keep it exciting, but then people just got bored because very quickly it was the cream of the crop rose to the top, and then everybody else just kind of got sad because our participation trophies weren't good enough anymore, and then they just stopped playing.
well, that and, you know, it's like, hey, the whole point is you gotta, you know, progress yourself.
Right.
If you can't make it past the dude that's above you,
Then you are where you are.
right, I mean,
That's where you should be. And if the guy below you can beat you and be better than you, then you need to move down because
Right.
he needs to be there. And I
but
think
granted, you know, the downside with that system is,
you can't have friends.
well, that and, you know, the guy that's above you,
Mm-hmm.
he may be better than you, but the guy that's above him
Right.
may be better than the guy below him, but he may not be better than you,
Right.
per se. So it's just like,
Right, which we also had a system for that too, where if you were to challenge a guy in front of you and he didn't respond within a week, you then have the ability to challenge the guy above him, and if you beat him, then you would move up, he would move down, and that would move the other guy down, and then he could then fight the guy above him.
that makes sense.
But you'd have a week to respond, and if you didn't respond, then it goes to the next person up the ladder.
Mm-hmm.
But if, like you said, if it was what you said, and then the guy above responded every week, then yeah, you're screwed.
Right.
Then let your buddy get up in there and kick his butt.
Community controller. Hold on.
Right. And then, you know, if and then there's always, of course, the shit talking. You know, so if you shit talk them enough, and you know, it catches my attention, and I'm like, well, you talk a lot of shit. Let's see if you could back it up. Then I'll arrange for a 1v1 and
Right.
we can figure it out, and then from there I'll decide what happens. But
My whole issue was too much shit talking was followed up by just as much complaining. So, you know, I'm one of those guys, like, I remember playing with you guys. I would yell at them to shut the fuck up and call out enemy positions.
right,
Like,
yeah, that
I don't
was-
care that the guy's camping around a corner and shot you with the shotgun.
I want to know what corner.
I want to know where he is when he did that.
Yeah.
You know?
And is he
Like,
still there?
or I don't even care if he was still there. Like, I don't want to walk around some random corner. Oh, yeah, a guy shot me with a shotgun. Okay. Where?
Right.
Because, you know, there may be more than one X on the screen.
Right.
You know?
Or you already hit respawn.
Exactly. So now I can't see that X.
Right.
Or the biggest thing would be when, you know, they would call somebody, or they would see somebody, they would start shooting, and they would just take off to go kill that person.
Right.
And it's like, where are you going?
All right.
Like, what are we doing? You're running off over there repeatedly by yourself,
And you keep getting destroyed in this 1v1.
and you're repeatedly yelling, oh, I got double teamed, I got triple teamed. Well, stop doing that.
Yeah. At least go in twos.
Right, or you know, like
Or
help on a bus
my
out.
favorite thing is when the team is like in a really good spot and they're camping,
Yeah.
and we just keep feeding them,
Oh yeah.
and we have people that just keep running
Hate
in,
it.
feeding, and I'm like, guys, we have the lead.
Right.
Stop feeding them kills because they're catching up.
Exactly.
We should be camping. They should be coming to us. We
Exactly.
have the lead. But everybody's like, no, camping's for bitches. I'm like, well, unfortunately, in the competitive scene, camping is a legitimate strategy.
Yep.
Like,
That's literally called bunkering down.
yeah, we have the lead. This is too close of a game for us to be risking it for glory. Let's take the easy route. Just chill back here. Let them come to us. We can take them out one at a time because
Oh.
they're going to keep feeding us once they start panicking.
And that was another thing,
Oh.
like personal glory.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, hey, look, I get that I'm running.
Dakota.
Like, hey, I get it. I'm fighting this guy, and I got shot in the back by somebody else. I'm watching you in the kill cam, chase that guy, trying to knife them or assassinate the entire time.
Dakota.
Like, we could have been just better off had you just helped me out
Yeah.
or just shot the guy.
Just started shooting
Like,
to begin with.
That would have been great.
Yeah.
You know, it's like there's nothing better than getting assassinated because you're trying to get
That's an
an
assassination.
assassinated. Like, that's not teamwork to me. That's just
Right.
like, what's the point? You know?
But no, that was that reminds me of probably one of my favorite moments when it comes to Dakota. So we were playing. It was like a free for all, and I was running around doing my thing, murking people left and right. And Dakota was doing his thing, sitting around corners, trying to get his assassination on every person in the clan in their respective collars.
Oh, I remember that.
So I'm sitting here, and I'm like in this gunfight with Ryan, and I finally finish, taking him down, and I'm over there going like, woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
And then Dakota comes up and he assassinates me, and then he runs off freaking giggling. And I get the luckiest spawn in the world, I shit you not. So on Halo Reach, do you remember the map that had the giant water circle in the middle? There was like a building up here, and there's another building over here, and then there was like this plains, a cliff. It's probably not ringing a bell.
Nope.
If you remember in the campaign during the mission at night where you fight the two hunters next to the relay tower,
Oh yeah.
that map.
Okay.
So he assassinated me out in the field to the left where that forklift is, where the door opens up to
Yeah.
continue on the mission. So out there, he assassinated me out there in the fight with Ryan. Then he runs back into that water circle. I spawn in, and he's running to grab the rocket launcher that spawns in that little weird alleyway there. I come in, I'm sprinting, I see a dot on my radar. I jump off, and I do an aerial assassination down on top of Dakota right after he assassanated me.
That's hilarious.
Tackles him to the ground and breaks his neck in the water, and then I stand up, and Dakota's like, oh, you're mad. And then I grab the rocket launcher and proceed to cause mayhem.
I remember because
That was like one of those instant revenge.
oh yeah,
moments.
because there was that silly competition you guys had about who had the greatest number of assassinations in the whole
It
clan.
was between Ryan and Dakota mostly, but mostly it was Dakota just talking shit on everybody. 'Cause that was the one stat that he had higher than everybody else.
He didn't have higher than me.
Well, yeah.
That was the funny thing. The second funny thing was whenever we played swords matches or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
Brittany was the queen of assassinations. It was just that's all she did. All her kills
Yeah.
were assassinations.
Because she
Everybody-
didn't care about honor or anything like that. Nope, you were in a match, she's assassinated.
Right. And the funny thing was is she always went positive.
Always.
It's like you just went positive with assassinations only.
Mhm.
Like, okay. Respect.
Yeah, for real.
Respect.
Well, I'm out there breaking the game,
Yeah.
finding out ways that I can glitch myself to do better things.
Cause that was when I first met her.
Yeah.
Cause I remember you all went to go smoke or something.
Mm-hmm.
He just left me and Brittany in the party. I was just like, yeah. So
Those assassinations.
yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of know these guys. I'm just
But
kind of
kind of here, kind
Yeah.
of not. I just
kind of getting to know them.
Right.
I taught them magic. Well, I taught one person magic who taught someone else magic who
then
taught everybody else
else
magic.
magic.
So I'm like grandpappy, I guess. I don't know, but yeah, nice to meet you, Jeff.
Right.
Cool. Started talking about anime and some shit, and I was just like, all right, yeah,
Yeah.
dope,
Instant friends,
yeah, good times.
which is great. I'm glad that my best friend my fiance are friends because that makes us a lot easier to hang out with you.
True. That and we feed you guys. A
Yes,
lot.
you do. You do feed us a lot.
Yeah.
Like, my goodness.
That's what we do.
I appreciate it.
It's that kind of southern hospitality.
Right.
Yeah.
If I had the room, I would offer more, but I feel terrible. Like, I always hate it when, like, you guys bring the kids over because they're forced to just kind of sit on the floor and not touch any of the fancy nice things. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, guys. Like, we don't have any toys. We don't have a yard to play in. We don't have any dogs to trample.
That's life.
All I've got are very expensive computer parts.
Right.
Pretty much a bachelor pad for 3.
No, that's cool.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
They entertain themselves.
Yeah, we'll come over to your place and just shoot them in the butt with dart guns.
Oh, yeah.
That was so funny, dude. Ronu would, like, he literally would poke his butt around the corner, and as I'd shoot, he'd, like, pull it away.
It's funny because he has his own guns and he knows how to shoot.
He just likes to get shot.
Yeah, I don't know. He's weird, but
A little masochist there. You better watch him.
whatever. I mean, hey, we're all a little masochistic at times, I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
But
Yeah.
you know, that's yeah. So we met playing Magic, and then had a common interest in Halo,
Mm-hmm.
just as skilled as each other, and even to this day, I feel like playing, you know, the free for all matches, if or when we do, just because.
People don't get on.
Well, no, I stopped playing with you guys.
Right, because
I remember
of all the
that
bitching.
because I got so tired of it. I was just like
Mhm.
uninstalling. Have a good rest of
Rest of your night.
your night, guys. I'm not playing Halo with any of you ever again unless they're custom games.
Which even then, I got yelled at the most because apparently
You need to stop killing everybody.
I need to
in
stop
free for
killing
all.
everybody in free-for-all game modes.
Jeff, you need to step up killing Josh.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Jeff,
why would I do
aren't
that?
you killing
Like,
Josh? Josh is killing everybody. Why are you killing me? Kill Josh.
Because it's easier to kill the rest of you than it is to kill him. So.
Yeah, because he does like the Pound Town is my favorite one. Like, how are you gonna make a game mode where everybody literally hovers in the air for a split second, give me a sniper rifle, and not expect me to try and snipe everybody?
Not even that. It's or Andy's room.
Andy's room was a lot of fun
Yeah,
too.
like you realize more than one sniper spawns on that
Oh, yeah.
map. So it's like, well, we already know Josh has one. We already know Jeff has the other one. So it's like, what's going on?
It was so much fun. Some honorable mentions from Halo's past. Doxic Nasty. If you ever watch this podcast, come back. We miss you. He was really good. He was
Okay.
a really good sniper. My buddy Jake. I know you probably are watching this. Come back and play video games with us. You're playing on your PC, you nerd.
Says us and
I know.
our PC setups. Like, yeah.
I know. But
At least play BDO with us.
yeah, definitely play video.
Yeah.
It's free,
Basically.
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 It's at most like
$10.
I think with the $50 package being 50% off 99% of the time, or you could just get the regular base game for $5.
Yeah, it is $5 now. Isn't it?
Yeah,
I don't know why they don't just go free to play.
I mean they make plenty of money off of microtransactions.
Yeah, they've made probably $1,000 off me at this
Oh,
point.
easily.
My
I was going through
goodness.
mine. And it was like 4 years of every other week, $30-$50. And it's like,
Yeah.
man, I got a lot of outfits.
I have an outfit for every character, and some of them have like 2 or 3. And I have one of every character except for 3.
Oh no, my one has every outfit that's come out for that class.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So your Dark Knight?
No, my lawn.
Your lawn?
Yeah.
I figured. You really like the lawn. Not there's anything wrong with that. Speaking of, I think I need to awaken my lawn. I don't think I've awoken her yet. Maybe I did. And I need to awaken my Dark Knight. My Dark Knight's at 50.
I mean, if anyone likes God of War,
Right.
like OG God of War,
then
Lawn's Awakening
Yeah.
is literally
Yeah.
just female Kratos
Female
with her
Kratos.
chain swords.
That
So
can,
it's like
that can run on air.
exactly. So
Yeah. But yeah, if anybody is wondering what it is, BDO is is it Korean? I'm pretty sure it's Korean.
yeah, it's Korean.
Korean MMO. It's a lot of fun. It's very action RPG-ish. It's not like your traditional 1, wait for cooldown, 2, wait for cooldown, 1, wait for cooldown. It's very like you hit your combos.
It is very much
combinations of left and right clicks and
Yeah.
holding different buttons. It's kind of like a fighting game, but 360.
think I don't know, I guess Dynasty Warriors
Yeah,
as far as button mashing goes.
for sure.
Yeah, it's basically just button mash chain together combos.
Yeah, it's a lot
Do
of
cool
fun.
stuff. If you have epilepsy, do not play it.
No, or turn all the settings down.
Yeah.
Um,
Very shiny, very flashy, very fast paced.
and very gorgeous and very well optimized too.
Oh yeah.
It runs so smooth. Which I hope so because they make so much money off of microtransactions.
Oh, true story. Massive.
Massive amounts of money. My
Massive. I
goodness.
remember the one time we went to go like to that island and we spent 10 minutes just sitting in that sailboat just rowing.
Mhm.
And it was just like, man, this island's only like, you know,
This far
here's the
away on
land,
map.
here's the island. Oh, where's Vale, the heart of the ocean?
Right.
How do you get out there? Well, you're probably going to be sitting on a boat for about half an hour.
Speaking of boats, I'm very close to having enough Shootad tokens to get the big boat.
How many is that?
90.
Oh, because I got easily 105 right now.
Oh. Well, it's up to you. You can either get the boat or
Uh,
I can get the boat.
Is either get the boat, buy a tier 8 horse, and just throw that on the marketplace for,
An easy bill.
yeah, an easy bill, or, yeah, those are really the only options.
Yeah,
Oh,
after
maybe a duo ogre ring or something like that.
Yeah,
Which,
but I think even a duo ogre ring isn't worth a bill.
no, but I'm about to hit 61 anyway, which is going to give me whatever ring that's going to replace that anyway.
Yeah, but it's not enhanceable.
Yeah, so,
But yeah, but the ring that's crescent ring, not ogre ring. Ogre ring is a necklace.
yeah. Is it the crescent ring that you get? Like the actual ring? I can't remember what piece of equipment you get, but
I'm pretty sure it's a ring.
My
The
AP
crescent ring is the boss slot ring.
my AP will increase by 4 or 5.
Okay, then it'd be worth it. But I wouldn't get rid of whatever accessory it replaces, because in the meantime, you can enhance that accessory to go beyond what that ring can do.
Yeah, but that ring already costs half a bill anyway. So it's going to cost me another half a bill just to get another one and hope that it succeeds.
I don't think it's that much.
Yeah, it's easily 300 to 500 bill for what I have.
What do you have?
I'd have
Hungry
to-
ring?
It's either, I know it's duo or try.
Well, you don't need a duo or a try in order to enhance. You just need a base.
Right.
You actually can't enhance using any enhanced.
Wouldn't it destroy the item though?
Not if you back it up with Cronstones.
Yeah.
Well, then
That costs money.
that costs lots of money.
Yeah.
Not, or you can just spend a couple $100, buy some outfits, turn those into Cronstones.
That still costs money.
But it
That's
costs-
the money I'm referring
It
to.
doesn't cost in-game money, and that's all that really matters.
No, it just costs real world money. Which, if I wanted in-game money, I could just sell my dragon that I just bought. Impulse buy.
Was it worth it though?
Oh yeah,
What does he do?
nothing.
Oh, that's cute.
It just a flying red dragon. It's adorable.
It's adorable. That's
It flies right next to the golden one that I
It
have.
keeps me company.
Yeah, and now I gotta find the black one and we'll be all set.
Do I have a black one? I think I tried to get a black one. I got stuck with a gold one.
Yeah, no, because the black one was
Black
tier
one's the-
1.
Yeah, there's a rare tier 1 bull crap.
Which doesn't make any sense because tiers 2, 3, and 4 are all golden. And it's like, wait. Why is the rare one the weakest one of all? That doesn't make any sense. You're trying to not go to sleep.
Trying.
Ever.
Ever. Never, ever. That's 2 Noxes and a Mountain Dew in an hour. We're doing great.
Delicious. But yeah, no,
All Kyle's rejoice.
so we went from, we met in Halo. Or we met in Magic, then Halo. And then we played Defiance.
And that's when we really kindled our friendship a lot.
Oh man, just
We
the
owe a
two
lot
of
to
us.
That game. Yeah, we owe a lot to that game.
Q Will Smith.
Right?
Yeah, we played that for
Years.
years. Hell, we still play that sometimes.
The remake sucked.
Yeah,
I didn't like it.
I load it up every once in a while for nostalgic purposes, and then
You know, what made me mad is on PC I got 3 harmonies.
I mean, hey,
And I gave you one of the 4 that I originally had.
yeah. I remember I was
Because that's when they had their New Game, New Life deal
yeah.
going on. Or maybe it was Black Friday sale or something. But I was able to get a crap ton of loot boxes for really cheap.
I remember I was one of the first people to hit 1 billion script.
Yeah, you had an innate ability to earn script in that game that I never figured out. I was always begging you for money.
I had it, and I was just like, "Oh yeah, you need some money?
Use money. Here you go.
You're a new player. Here you go. Here you go."
Here you go. Here you go. And I'm always like, oh, I never have money because I'm spending it all the time, all the mods.
Yeah, and I'm just sitting there, just like,
I probably had like 50, 60 tier 4 mods sitting in my inventory that I could never sell.
"Oh yeah, just go to Iron Demon Ranch, just sit on the truck, just spam. Hey, I got stuff to sell, 24/7."
Yeah, pretty much.
It was one of the perks of having female characters too, because
Yeah.
a lot of people, I don't understand it. They acknowledge this as fact, but they still give free stuff. If you're a female character,
Right.
here you go. Here's free stuff. Can I get your number? No.
Is that why your Facebook profile is your BDO character?
Oh yeah, that's just because I love her. I mean, she's amazing.
Dude, go ahead and tell that story.
I
Who
can't
was it?
remember. I think it was someone Dakota knows.
Uh-huh.
But I was sitting on Facebook one day and I got a message from some dude, and he was hitting on me. And then he was like, "Wait a second, I just saw your profile name," and I was just like, "Yeah, that's not me. It's my character from BDO." Fooled him.
Fooled him.
It was
But
great.
Then again, I have, like my dad will post a video of like some crazy like dirt cart racing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you guys know this is a video game, right? Because it'll like do like 7 or 8 rolls and like land on its tires and then keep going. I was like, you know it's a video game. That's not real
Oh,
life.
I thought that was real.
And everybody's like, oh my gosh, how did he not get hurt? How's that car still in one piece? I'm like, because it's a video game.
Video game physics.
Video game physics.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna real quick. I think it's funny because in your profile picture you have horns too.
Right. Like, yeah. I have horns, and I think my nose ring
Yeah.
is a little questionable as far as
Let's see if I can't.
placement goes.
Gonna get So I don't know how well this is gonna show up. It's just the picture.
Yeah.
But this is the profile picture in which we're talking about. It's his character from a video game, and you can tell pretty obviously that it's a video game character. I know this glares. There it goes. Bam.
Hot.
But yeah, Jeff gets people up in his DMs now
All the time.
all the time.
10 of 10 would smash.
Surprise, surprise! It's a black man.
Surprise. Surprise, motherfucker.
And it like straight up says Jeff Brown too, and they don't read the name.
Nope, it's great.
They're like, it's a girl named Jeff, man. It's 2019.
It is, man. Hey,
As long as she tucks her dangling, I don't care.
Right? I mean, again, 2019.
Right.
Deal with it.
All right.
But, you know, that's how we started.
So we started, and
Now we're here. We game share.
we game share. We
Like,
we
what?
we see each other almost every day.
100, 200 games between both of us.
I think we're at like 200 at least.
And
80, 200.
still trying to figure out what to play.
Yeah. That's like, I'm in such a game funk right now.
I'm always for horror, anything.
I'm totally against horror, anything.
Oh, I love it.
I can't. I don't. Just like with spicy food, I don't want to be uncomfortable when I'm doing the things that make me most comfortable. So when I'm eating, I don't want to be uncomfortable. So I don't like spicy foods. And when I'm gaming, I don't want to be uncomfortable. So
Well,
I don't play spooky games.
It's funny because I used to be terrified of stuff like that.
Mhm.
Like, especially when The Grudge came out back in 2000,
Yep.
like, what, 13? No. That's wrong.
Yeah, no.
2005? 2004, 2005? I was 13 at the time.
Okay.
That's why I said 2013. But yeah, no, I used to live in a house like that. And it
Oh, yeah, no.
terrified the hell out of me. I remember I didn't have a remote for my TV one time, and my TV turned on long enough to play the Grudge commercial, and then turned off. And I was just like, what the fuck?
Nope, I'm out.
It's traumatized. Absolutely traumatized. It was funny because that night I had seen Darkness Falls for the first time also,
Nope.
which was the Evil Tooth Fairy movie.
Nope.
So it was like, I came home, mind you, for some of you younger viewers, we had dial-up still
Oh, yeah.
at the time. So, you know the sound the Grudge makes, that, that's the same sound that your computer makes when it turns on or off. So, I remember I went to go see that movie, was telling my mom about it. That the computer just starts making that sound. I'm like, nope. Go downstairs, watch, like, I don't know, TV before bed or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the way the light reflected off the front glass of our front door
Mm-hmm.
made it look like half a face was peering in and staring at you. And I'm just thinking the porcelain face from the Evil Tooth Fairy.
Oh, no.
And I'm just like, double whammy. I was done. I was traumatized for weeks. I shit you not. I was literally, like, depressed. I couldn't eat. I couldn't sleep. Any of that. And then I said, screw it. And I watched The Ring. Like, I just sat down and I just watched The Ring. Like, fuck it. Sat down, watched The Ring. And now, horror is my shit. Like, horror games come out, I'm like, yes, let's do this. I'll stream horror games for people.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gotten to Twitch level yet, but I'll have, like, people come over.
Right.
Like, you're sitting here on this
live,
couch.
That live stream.
Yeah, the good stuff. We've got the ambience. We're going to turn the volume all the way up.
Right. Turn the lights all the way down.
Yep. And
No snacks.
it's going to be great. It's going to be glorious. I did that with Jake and Kristen for Final Fantasy. No, Final Fantasy.
Resident
No,
Evil 7.
Resident Evil 7.
Mm-hmm.
And
Layers of Fear.
no,
No.
I didn't play Layers of Fear for them. I played Resident Evil 7 and I think Resident Evil Revelations
Oh, okay.
2.
Oh,
Not the first one, the second one.
I know, but the funny part is with Revelations 2, all I remember is that one scene where we're going down the waterfall on the log, and I hit every fucking thing on the way down.
Oh, jeez, wait.
So you and I it's one of the few times that I actually played Resident Evil Revelations with you.
Oh, you mean raid mode?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you and I think we were running from a boss or something. There's like a waterfall, and we were standing on a log, and I was supposed to duck, and I missed every quick time event.
Oh, no. You're
And
thinking of
recorded it. Oh, I'm thinking.
you're thinking of 6. Resident Evil 6.
Maybe.
Where it was I think we were playing the mine shaft mission
Yeah, I think so.
with Helena and Leon.
Because it was a mine cart, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a mine cart.
Not a waterfall.
And there's there's a waterfall in there.
Yeah.
But you had those low beams, and it was like, quick time events, and it was just like, I think you got juggled because you got hit by one.
And before I could react to the next one, I stood
Yeah,
up and just
because
got
your
knocked
character stands up automatically,
Yeah.
and just immediately gets hit by the next one. You're just like, you just put the controller down because it was just like
There's nothing I could do.
your character just automatically stands up and gets hit by it because the button never shows up
Yeah.
for you to do it. And it was just like, I think that was the first time you played.
Yep.
So
And probably the last time, because you took a recording of that and you were dying laughing the whole time.
I mean, how could you not? Yeah,
This game's so dumb.
it was great.
My feelings are hurt.
I mean, I do that.
Crap. I had a story I wanted
I had to initiate all my friends in horror at some point.
I had a story, but then I got sidetracked by your story. Yeah.
Those are the best stories.
I know. Oh yeah, I remember now. All right, so have you met your sleep paralysis demon yet?
Explain.
Okay. So,
What?
there is a condition, it's called sleep paralysis.
I know that.
And that's when you wake up too fast, but the rest of your body is still full of the chemical that causes you to go into deep sleep. And
Okay.
you can't move your body, but your eyes are awake and you're fully conscious.
Gotcha.
But you cannot move.
Okay.
I've only had sleep paralysis twice. And whenever you have sleep paralysis, you will see shadows in the darkness.
Okay.
And people refer to it as your sleep paralysis demon.
Gotcha.
So the first time I had sleep paralysis, of course, I like to sleep on my stomach,
Okay.
which doesn't help.
I can imagine.
So I was sleeping on my stomach, and I was in Dhaka, Bangladesh, and I woke up, and you ever? It's hard to explain, but I'm trying everything I can to move. Nothing's moving.
Nothing.
I can feel, if you think that your muscles move off of electricity, I could feel the electricity in my muscles, but they weren't moving. It's kind of like restless leg syndrome,
Okay.
but you can't move your legs. But you feel that everywhere that you're trying to move.
Right.
And it drove, it was the craziest thing ever, and that there was this shadow just out of, in my peripherals that I couldn't see, and it kept moving in and out from behind me, and I kept wanting to roll over and defend myself. I don't know what it was about it, but I didn't like it. I didn't like the energy I was getting from it. And then finally, nothing I'd ever felt before, I was finally able to move, and I burst with so much energy and turned around, and I realized that it was just my chair in the corner
Gotcha.
the whole time. And then the second time that I got sleep paralysis was during an earthquake.
Oh wow.
So it was a really small earthquake.
Okay.
But it was in Dhaka, Bangladesh again. And I got woken up by the earthquake. I thought it was someone shaking my bed because, again, my chair was sitting really close and it had my jacket on it and everything like that. And, my bed was shaking. And, I woke up and I wanted to say, why are you shaking my bed? What do you want? Go away. And I thought I was saying these things because I thought it in my head, just my mouth wasn't moving. And then it didn't respond because obviously it's a chair, but my bed is still shaking. And then I just felt this fear come over me, but I couldn't move for probably about 2 seconds. And I finally could move, and I slapped that bed, came up, and kicked that chair across the room so fast.
Oh wow.
And then I realized that it was just a chair. Nothing was. And then I panicked for a split second because I'm like, what the fuck is moving my bed?
Right.
This is the first time I've ever been in an earthquake before. And then I realized the whole room was shaking.
Yeah.
It wasn't just the bed. And
Oh.
so then I was like, well, fuck this shitty ass building. And I went and I stood in the courtyard until it was over because I wasn't going to get crushed in the house.
No. I have not met my sleep paralysis demon. I
hope you
feel
never
like
do.
we would I don't know, have a
You can't talk to him. They don't talk to
interesting
you.
relationship. Hopefully it'd be a she. I don't know.
Yeah, there's not enough features to distinguish. It's just a shadow.
Oh.
It
Wow.
sucks. There's nothing fun about this demon.
My imagination is quite interesting. So
Right.
who knows?
Who knows? Maybe. But for me, it was just just a shadow and an energy.
After all, I mean, if you think about the clan and the clan names we gave ourselves,
True.
I am the demon.
That is true.
So
Maybe you're my sleep paralysis demon.
probably. I can't remember. Why did I come up with that?
You just said I want to be the demon.
I think it's because of the way that I enjoy
Everybody's pain
in
and
video
frustration.
games.
Yeah.
It's quite entertaining to watch people get frustrated.
Because you love it when people get butt hurt. You just sit there and you're like.
I mean, not even so much as that. It's just I just love when people have to come to the realization and acknowledge the fact that
They're not as good as they think they are.
right. It's like oh man, all the times people rage quit.
Oh yeah.
Whenever someone would rage quit, I would just look over at Jerry and I would shake my head, laugh, tell her who rage quit and why,
Right.
and then
Get back at it.
go back to
Right.
Screw it. They'll be back on.
Yeah, they always come back.
They'll be all right.
They'll get bored.
They'll grow up eventually.
So yeah. How are things at work going?
Oh well, I work for the most hated cable company in America. So there's that.
Yeah, I'm sure that's fun.
It's not so much as the job itself. It's more so the people that we see. Because a lot of people, they think cable is you go in, you change a line, you hook up a box or whatever.
Yeah.
It's so much more than that.
Yeah, they think they're just literally coming in, putting a box under the TV, and just
right. Just no. It's so much more than that.
Right.
When I come in, and I have to tiptoe over human or animal feces, the fact that I have to wonder if it's human or animal feces is a problem in the first place.
Right.
But some of these people, I mean, you see those shows like Hoarders, Buried Alive. I'm sure everyone's seen at least one episode.
Right.
I can confirm that those stories are 100% true.
That should exist.
Because those people do exist. Those people are your neighbors. You may not know it, but I can guarantee you those people are much closer than you think.
Yeah.
And it is absolutely disgusting, the things that cable guys see.
Yeah.
Also,
thankfully don't have to deal with that so much.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We also see, especially like around Campus Rush time.
What?
Campus Rush. So, every year,
Yep.
kids go back to college.
Gotcha.
Busiest time of the year.
Right.
You would be surprised how often the stories that you hear about, the sexual innuendos about cable guys. I'm here to fix your box or whatever, Like, these girls, they'll do anything for cable. That is also true. Some of these people will literally do anything for cable. And you're just like, I appreciate that, but that's not how this works.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't give you free cable even if I wanted to.
Right.
Like, that's just the way it is.
One of the big things that drives me crazy about my job is people are like, well, is there any way that you could do it cheaper? I'm like, dude, it's a set price.
Right.
I can't negotiate these things.
Right.
I'm not risking my job to save you a few bucks.
We also see the people that want us to risk, because stealing cable is a felony.
Right.
Back when it was like analog, analog and digital, you could just plug the coax into your TV, run a channel search, and get free cable.
Right.
Well, now that we're all digital,
Can't do
that doesn't work.
Right.
But back then, when it did work, that's a felony.
Mm-hmm.
And people would be like, "Hey, can you hook me up? For like $20." It's like, guy, you want me to get a felony on my record, possibly,
Right.
for $20? You are out of your mind if you think that I'm going to climb that pole,
Right.
and do an hour, 2 hours worth of work for $20. Like, the disrespect some of these people, like,
The audacity.
Just the audacity. Like, why did you even think I would say yes?
I don't know. Some
It's
people,
crazy.
yeah, they just don't understand a lot of things, especially with my work. A lot of people, like, I am installing a gas line in your house, and if you've paid any attention to the news in the past 10 years, if it's not done right, your house will literally cease to exist.
Oh, yeah.
And everything inside of it.
Same with us.
Yeah.
Same with us. A lot of times we'll go to a house that's not bonded, Like, there might not even be a ground at the house, and it's just like, no. Like, we're going to bond this at the very least, Like, if you don't have a ground wire, we'll try and find the safest place to bond it to.
Right.
Sometimes we have to get creative. But we have seen what happens when you are not bonded, and let's just say Mother Nature's not feeling nice that day. I have seen... I went to a house one time, and lightning struck.
Mm-hmm.
It traveled down to coax. It melted to the siding of their house. Their ground block was melted into the siding. So it was like, okay, yeah, that's dangerous, right? So replace the drop, replace the ground block. Hey, look, sorry about this. Your siding's melted. At the very least, your house is still here.
Right.
You know, this did its job, but that siding's gonna need,
Replaced.
right,
Or just deal with the.
or just deal with the fact that it's melted
Right.
and charred, you know,
Right.
whatever. So I did all that. I was telling this person everything, and then I went to go plug in the cable box, and the moment I plugged it into the outlet, no,
Oh.
sparks flew out of it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, nope, we're done here. And they're like, why? Now, the setup is both the customer and his wife, they were both on oxygen.
Oh god.
So they're both breathing through the tubes right now.
Right.
Over in the corner, the same room, there's 4 cases of tanks. There's 9 tanks in each case.
Right.
And you're just like, I'm done. Have a good day. Like, electrician, get that fixed or something.
Right.
Don't know. Don't care. You're gonna blow up your house and the block and the next block, and we're gonna see you on the evening news
Right.
because your house is spitting out sparks and you've got 36 bombs sitting in the corner.
Right. No, I had a job once where I was servicing this dude's fireplace, and him and his son were messing with it before, trying to get it to work, and they had a blower underneath it, and the fireplaces themselves work on half a volt of electricity. There's nothing to worry about. I put my tongue anywhere on a fireplace, and it's not gonna electrocute me. The blower runs on 120. And what they had done is they kind of just took everything, they got frustrated with it, and they just kind of slammed it closed. Well, when they did that, the information plates, which are made of metal so they don't melt, ended up hitting the positive post on the blower in the back of the box. And so I open the drawer up, and I'm in there, and I get my wrench to go and tighten something. And as soon as I put my hand in the box, I bump that plate, and it shorts out, and sparks come spitting out from underneath this fireplace, which
Oh, jeez.
was live with gas at the time. I'm like, nope.
Yeah.
He's like, what? I was like, you need to find the breaker for this. Like,
Yeah.
I need you to at least shut the breaker off before I put my hand in there. And he's like, what do you mean? I was like, it's spitting sparks at me, dude. It's gas. And
Right.
it's spitting sparks at me. He's like, well, I don't know where it is. I was like, well, find it. Or I'm leaving.
Right.
I'm
Exactly.
like, I can't even put my hand under here to touch anything because everything's electrified right now because you guys just stuff
Right.
things under the fireplace.
And that's one of the things that we have to worry about is a lot of people just assume, okay, you're a cable guy, you deal with this stuff.
Yeah.
1, I'm not an electrician.
Right.
2, I'm not an exterminator. 3, I'm certainly not your babysitter or your kids' babysitters. 4, I personally like dogs.
Right.
Cats, deal with them, whatever.
Mhm.
I don't hate them, but it's just one of those things. It depends on the cat, whatever. If I'm trying to do my job and your cat's sitting there hissing at me the whole time, clawing me up and everything,
No, you can't.
get your cat. Like,
Right.
get it before I get it. I mean, your options.
Right.
Here they are,
I'm here to work.
But
Give me some room.
it's always those people that are just, one, hey, my dog is the nicest dog in the world. Okay, well, he's frothing at the mouth, and he's been barking for the past 3 hours that I've been here.
Right. Your dog may be the nicest dog in the world when you're standing next to it.
Right.
But when you're not here, your dog's an asshole.
Right.
He's
Or
protecting his house.
Or the best ones are, hey, yeah, my dog, he won't do anything. And the next thing you know, a tech is being driven to the hospital because there's flesh hanging off their leg.
Right.
And it's like, what happened to your dog being the nicest dog in the world? Well, he never does it. Well, it's irrelevant now because
He just did.
He just did. And you know what's coming next.
Right.
So,
Lawsuit.
lawsuit. Hopefully your dog doesn't get put down because, yeah, that's a pretty nasty wound that they've got there. In fact, they're not going to be coming back to work anytime soon.
Yeah, normally Yeah, that's another thing that drives me nuts. It's like people are just like, they're like, oh yeah, do you mind like sitting here and like letting the dog like get to know you for a second before you come in the house? And it's like, I mean, yeah, sure, I love dogs. Like me personally, I love dogs,
Right.
but I have a schedule.
Yep.
And for me to sit here for 5 minutes just because you're too lazy to put your dog in the room, or
True.
take him outside, or just hold on to them
Right.
and keep them out of the way or let them deal with it.
Oh yeah. It's the worst.
Yeah, people think that. Or my favorite thing is when you get to a job and they tell the scheduler one thing, and then you get there and they're like, well, while you're here. Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Nope.
Nope.
If you wanted me to look at 4 fireplaces, you should have told the guy when you made this appointment, I have 4 fireplaces, I want all 4 looked at.
Right.
Because I have an hour. Because you told him 1 fireplace. If you told him you had 4, I'd get 2.5 hours to look at all 4.
See, our dispatch is it's not so much as our dispatch, it's our customer service people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, yeah, I want cable and internet. Cool. I have 3 TVs. Okay. What's that mean?
Right.
Like, all right, well, you're out here. I need all 3 TVs hooked up. Well, you're only getting 1 cable box. But I said I had 3 TVs. So, yeah, you're just telling us how many TVs you have. You're not saying how many cable boxes you want.
Right.
Like, so now you want me to hook up all these other outlets too? It's like, that's fine.
But that takes time.
But it will cost you more money also.
Right.
Because you need to pay for each box. And it's like, well, that's not fair. I told him, well, it's not a matter of what you told him.
Right. It's about what their rate is.
Right. It's not what you meant, it's what you said.
Right.
You know, you got to be specific about these things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and some of these, a lot of people don't understand that our customer service, in some aspects, they still get commission.
Right.
So they made the sale, they get paid extra.
Mm-hmm.
At the expense of us having to come out and do 3 hours worth of work in an hour.
Right.
That also includes our drive time.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say from here, for instance, let's say my 8 to 9 is in Delaware. Well, first off, that's like 30, 45-minute drive from here.
Right.
And then my 9 to 10 could be your next door neighbor. So I have to drive 30, 45 minutes to my job
For the first job.
to do X number of hours of work and then drive that distance back here
Mm-hmm.
for my 9 to 10. I can tell you right now, that's not physically possible.
Yeah. No, I don't know why. I don't know why Spectrum does that. Because like, we do it at least in a way that somewhat makes sense. Like, our scheduler, because we have one guy that does scheduling, and he occasionally has like one other guy that'll help him if he has the time. But like that dude, that's all he does all day. Just talk to people, try and get as much information as he can from them, and we just actually switched schedulers. We had one guy doing it, and he was just focusing on getting all of the messages, all calls returned. That's all he did, and he was good at that. Like he called everybody back, got everybody on the schedule, and we were scheduled out for months. But it would be simple stuff, like it would just say fireplace service.
See, that's what's nice about you guys, is you guys are commission, or not commission, you guys are salary.
based.
We are hourly,
Yep.
you know, unless you're a contractor,
Mhm.
you know. But since we're hourly, our jobs, you know, even though they're pre-routed like the day before,
Mhm.
they could drop same days on us.
Right.
So it'll literally be, hey, I called in, you know, 15 minutes ago, and now I've got this job on me.
Mhm.
You know, and it's like, I'll do what I can. You know,
Right.
that's the downside is people would ask me, you know, when are you off, and I always say 7-ish
Right.
because I work till 7,
Mhm.
but I can't leave until the job's done.
Right.
So if I get to your house at 6:49, 6:59, and it's a 3-hour job, guess what?
I'm there all night.
Like,
Same thing with us, because even though we're salary based, we finish with the schedule.
right,
No matter what, we finish the schedule. As long as the customer will let us stay there and do the work, we finish the schedule. So I mean, there's the longest I've been out is 9 o'clock, and that only happened once. Usually a bad day is like 8, and somewhat bad day is like 7.
I think the longest I've been out, it was actually a whole week, was just a shit show. And it was, I called off one day in the week, and I still had 10 hours of overtime.
Genie Christmas.
And it was like, it was all because, you know, yeah, you're off at 7, but after that, you know, that's all overtime.
Right.
So it's like, the fact that I had enough hours after 7 where
To make
it
up another
covered
day.
a day,
And
like,
you still had overtime?
yeah, you're just like, come on, like, this is ridiculous. You know, you set up a 3-hour, 4-hour job in the last hour of the day, and you
Yeah.
do that 4 days.
It's a lot.
Like, that's 16 hours right there. Like,
Yeah, thankfully our job is getting a little bit better, which, well, how's your settlement stuff coming along? Are you almost done with that?
I couldn't even tell you.
Yeah, you have no idea.
I have no idea. Just because
Because Rob's looking for another guy.
I mean, that was just So, I got hit by the drunk driver. Went to go see the first doctor. Well, first off, she didn't have insurance,
Of course.
but the car was insured. So it was like
Okay.
someone let her
Use
drive
it.
their car.
But the car was insured.
Yeah. So they let her. So basically, someone was like, "Yeah, sure, you can use my car." Okay, you went day drinking with your girlfriend, great, but you also have a 10-year-old kid in the backseat.
Yeah, which is...
So you fucked up because you sent 3 people to the hospital. You went to jail, and only one person got out of that scratch free.
No, it was her, wasn't it?
No. I actually had a passenger.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but she hit the driver's side of the vehicle.
Right.
So it was just like my passenger actually got out, and he had to pry my door open to get me out. It was like, cool, you know. I'm sitting there like holding my arm and everything. Like, cops like, yeah, let me go ahead and call you an ambulance, you know, just in case, you know, whatever. You know, worst case scenario, your arm's broken or something. Sure enough, get there, and there's like a big old crack going straight down the middle of my hand, and I'm just like, that's awesome. Like, so.
Literally broke your hand in half.
Yeah, and dislocated my wrist. So I can do like fun party tricks, like pop my wrist out of place.
Nice.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Mine just does all day.
Yeah, it's great when you're like carrying a 24-foot ladder.
Right, and just...
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, that felt great.
A
Like,
little Lego man, your hand just
yeah,
pops off.
exactly. And you're just like, okay, give me a second.
I'll catch up.
Yeah. So what happened was, you know, I went there. You know, their insurance company tried to, hey, we'll give you $3,000. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna be out of work for like 4 months.
Right.
$3,000? Like, okay, yeah, no.
No.
So
That doesn't even cover the ambulance.
right, that doesn't even cover the hospital fees.
Right.
So it was like, yeah, let me take that $3,000 settlement, pay 7 out of pocket, and then still be off work for 4 months.
Right.
Like, people, don't take the settlement.
Never take the settlement.
Never take the settlement, because they don't care about you. They just want to sweep this under the rug as soon as possible.
The reason why they're offering you a settlement is because they think you'll take it and it'll save them money.
Exactly. Nope. Get you a lawyer and fight that.
Yep.
That's exactly what I did.
Don't sign shit.
Yep. Don't sign shit. Don't post anything on Facebook. I mean, sure, you know, hey, I'm alive, great. You know, but the details of the accident, don't do that.
Yep.
You know.
Nothing.
Yeah. But essentially, that happened.
You want more coffee?
Oh, I'm good right now. And they sent me to a doctor who, the doctor was the most biased thing that I've ever seen. Because, you know, they send you to these doctors to assess the damage that's actually done to you.
Right.
You know, so I'm here with a broken hand, dislocated wrist, right? They send me to a doctor who sees gunshot patients on the daily.
Right.
So to her, boo-hoo, you got a broken hand. This
Right.
dude's got a hole in his face. He's disabled. You're not.
Right.
Also, the doctor herself was disabled. So it's just like,
Right.
she's dealing with like what I can only assume is like cerebral palsy or something. Like she had a stutter. She had like just this limp. You could tell that she had seen better days.
Right.
You know,
And your little
like
messed up
oh,
arm is
your hand hurts. Whatever, you're fine.
Right.
So they're like,
But I
wait
can't
a
work.
second,
I
hold
work with
on.
my hands.
That doesn't sound right. So they send me to a second doctor, and the second doctor is like, so tell me what happened. I'm like, well, I was driving this way. Lady waited until I crossed the intersection because I had the right of way. I was going straight. She floors it to turn left, doesn't even turn, just collides straight into the front of the driver's side of my vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And he just cuts me off. He's like, I'm sorry, what? I was like, I was going straight. She turned left, hit the driver's side of the vehicle. Airbag deployed. It was crazy. He's like, so you got hit head on? I was like, yeah. And he's like, and this lady, the previous doctor said that you were A-okay, 100%. He's like, did you see a physical therapist? I was like, I'm actually like, dealing with that with my work about trying to see one. And he's like, yeah, we're done here. Like, are you kidding me? Like, they flat out just wrote you off as 100% fine. You haven't seen a physical therapist yet.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're still obviously suffering from a broken hand.
Right.
Like, these guys tried to sweep this so quickly under the rug that they just forgot, like, hey guys, the person's still injured.
Right.
Like,
He's still in pain.
right, like, yeah, we literally just tried to write that off and he's still injured.
Right.
So, I got, like, some added on to my settlement and whatnot. But the problem was that they're like, hey, don't quit. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, what? Like, don't quit? Like, indefinitely?
Right.
Like, what's going on? And I haven't really heard much else, but they're just like, I haven't really, heard anything else. But at the same time, when I talked to him the first time, so the accident happened in like September, right? Like I think it was like 2017.
All right.
Okay, so it happened in September 2017. I came back January of 2018,
Mm-hmm.
but I went and talked to a lawyer in November of 2017.
Mm-hmm.
So, 2 months later. They wait, like, I called, sent, voicemails, email, whatever. Never got a reply back. It was the weirdest thing. So, finally, I get in touch with somebody. So someone decided, you know what, let's go ahead and return this person's call, because he keeps calling, right? I'm like, hey, look, I've been trying to reach out to my lawyer, whatever. Oh yeah, this person doesn't work here. I'm sorry? Yeah, they haven't worked here since January. It's May now.
Gotcha.
I'm like, you're telling me I've been sending emails and whatnot to some person that hasn't worked here for months? That's why I'm not getting...
My phone call.
So the person who's in charge of my case quit or got let go, who knows?
And y'all didn't.
And you guys decided
not to reassign it or anything.
nothing. Like, nah, he'll be alright. So I was like, wow, that's fantastic. Well, then finally, I started getting emails about my settlement and whatnot. And I'm just thinking, like, the things that they're saying just didn't make sense.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, how's your leg? Whatever. I'm just like,
Leg wasn't hurt.
yeah. Yeah, apparently, another guy with the same name
Oh my goodness.
filed for an accident on the same day.
Are you kidding me?
Swear to God.
He
And
messed his leg up.
yeah, he messed his leg up.
Okay.
So they're like, so basically they're reaching out to him about my
Your
problems,
case? Yep.
and they're reaching out to me about his problems. And I'm just like, if it took them that long to figure out that, we got the wrong people, mixed up.
This isn't the place you should be.
Like, holy crap, guys!
We need another lawyer.
Like, what is going on?
Mm-hmm.
So eventually we got that squared away.
Did you get a new lawyer, or did you finally just yell at them enough?
I yelled at them enough, and then they quickly expedited that. It was like daily phone calls.
Nice.
Like, I told them, I was like, no, I want a phone call, email from you guys, essentially daily, letting me know what the issue is, because you guys fucked up and you dropped the ball hardcore. Like, we had already signed the paperwork and everything, giving you guys,
Power of attorney.
right. So, make something happen.
Right.
And that year, the kids had a
Good Christmas.
nice Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I know you got your first part of the settlement. Are we still waiting on a second part, a third part?
No, I got the second part.
Okay.
But again, I was kind of like given very little information about
Whether or not you can leave the company or not, because
right.
the pay time off or whatever.
Yeah, it's not so much as like so much as just flat out leaving the company. It's just a matter of I've been given so many opportunities to go elsewhere, but they've all come down to I'm being told I can't leave just yet because of said settlement, said whatever, these guys want their money for the damages from this, and it's just like, well, that's not my problem. You guys paid me. That's your problem now,
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I want to go somewhere else, I'm going somewhere else,
Right. At this point, even with Christmas.
But, it just comes down to right now, it pays. It pays well. Yeah.
How much you making, if you don't mind me asking?
About 16 something.
So pretty close to what you'd be.
I mean, it's one of those things where I've been there long enough where I could be making more. Except my whole thing is I don't want to work 8 to 7-ish, 4 days a week, and come home to homework
Right.
while having, it's like, no thanks. Because my time is for me,
Right.
I'm not doing work off the clock. So, it is what it is. But, now that Jerry's a nurse,
Yeah, you're making about 33 a year,
give or take.
give or take, depending on overtime and stuff.
Yeah, get bonuses and whatnot, too.
You get pretty good bonus too.
Yeah, they're not as good as your bonuses. But, it is what it is.
And you'd make probably about an extra $5,000 a year.
Yeah. We get tips every once in a while.
So do we.
Yeah. So.
I'm just saying.
Oh, no, it definitely...
It's really tempting, and it'd be nice to...
It definitely makes sense.
But I understand you're kind of stuck there.
I have been considering it. It just comes down to...
It's the same stuff you've been doing,
Yeah,
essentially.
Yeah,
I mean, you're running a line.
right.
It all comes reeled up, just like coax. The only difference is the way you make your fittings on the end.
True.
And
True.
then, with gas, it's pretty easy. If you smell gas, turn it off.
Yeah.
Tighten everything back up again. Try again.
Yeah.
And everything else we can teach you. It's not that tough. Most Ellen John stuff. But I'm not going to try and convince you now. You're already convinced. You just got to figure out when it works for you.
Right.
And if it works for you.
Yeah.
And if there's something better that you could be doing.
Right.
Or you can just be a stay-at-home dad because Jerry makes so much
But
money.
that'd be great. That I could live with.
Right?
Yeah. Just...
I'm about to...
No, don't worry about babysitters. I got it.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
worry. I got it. I watch the kids.
Right.
You go have your girls' night. Alright? You and Brittany worked hard this week. Josh and I will watch the kids. We'll sit at home. We'll play video games.
Right.
Yeah.
We would say that.
That's what we should do, alright? We should make our women our sugar mamas. And then you and I can just sit at home, play video games all day, and take care of the kids.
I like it.
I know.
I like it.
Maybe do some cooking and
I
cleaning.
don't know. I was kind of talking to Jerry about we drove by Regal the other day, and I was
Lives
like,
here?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the one that closed down.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And we were talking. I was like, you know what? I wonder if Brittany's still interested in doing that one business.
She is.
Yeah.
No, I'm guarantee you she is.
So guess what? There's an empty lot.
A huge lot.
right there.
That's a lot of lot.
Yeah.
My
So,
goodness.
But
Now, I think it'd be cool for my idea that I originally had, which is there is not a gaming cyber cafe in Columbus.
nope,
And I think if we took an old movie theater and set it up as a bunch of cubicles,
that'd be dope.
it's an old movie theater, you know?
I mean, I kind of,
And then set up like an arena
yeah,
for like
Definitely.
MLG,
definitely.
for some MLG action. And
You know-
could start like a Columbus freaking professional team.
It was funny because I went to, or we went to, what was it? Level 1 game, or Level 1,
Oh, like
Bar,
the bar and arcade.
yeah.
Yeah.
it was okay.
Yeah. The same thing with like
Haven't been to 16-bit,
16-bit.
but it was just like,
16-bit. The problem with 16-bit is it got too successful.
did it?
Yeah. So you go there on a weekend and it's not like, oh, let me grab my beer and then find an open machine. It's okay. One of you guys is gonna stand in line. All right. The rest of us will go get drinks and we'll keep cycling through. And about 3 or 4 drinks later, enough people will have been forced to leave to go get drinks to where you'll finally get to play the machine for about 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's a no for me.
And it's so crowded in there. But it is cool to see, like, the age range is huge because you see people all the way up to their 50s and then all the way down to 21.
Okay, yeah.
Because you got the nostalgia factor for a lot of the people in their 40s and 50s that used to play these arcades back in the actual arcades,
Right.
coming to drink and partake in some nostalgia. And you've also got the younger people who are like, oh, retro,
Yeah. Yeah.
and drinking, or just video games in general and drinking.
I'd be down with that. Yeah.
So 16-bit, I mean, it's pretty cool, but go on a weekday. Don't go on a weekend. Weekend
Yeah.
slam. They have like one of my favorite drinks there is they have the Hulk Hogan drink,
Okay.
which is some kind of vodka drink, and then they take one of the red, white, and blue popsicles and they stick it in there.
Oh, okay.
They have that too. Like they have all kinds of cool, like all their drinks. So they have a bunch of specialty drinks with different names, based off of like pop culture.
See, I feel like I'm my own bartender now, just because working in the liquor store for
Right.
so many years, it was just like, no,
Yeah.
I got all these recipes. It's good stuff, but
My mom's got a lot of recipes too. Well, I won't say anything yet. But yeah, let's see.
I mean, we just have so much going on, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Like it's ridiculous. Bro Christmas is coming up. Bromas is coming up. I'm pretty excited for Bromas.
Yeah. Exciting because you guys are about to get married here.
Eventually. Oh yeah, and you're
Yeah.
gonna be our minister, which
Yep.
is gonna be dope.
I'm gonna take online classes and get
Get your certification.
ordained
Get ordained.
or
It's
whatever.
gonna be dope. And then you can actually make money on the side doing
It's
that
gonna
too.
be weird.
I'm just saying, you can make some money on the side with that.
Yeah,
Because my mom's boyfriend Jason, he does that. He actually married Bryce's cousins.
that's what's up.
Not to each other, but it's Bryce's cousin.
We'll make it a thing where I just marry our friends.
I mean, that's one thing too.
That'd be cool.
But I'm just saying, like, Bryce didn't know, and then they ran into each other at the wedding. Bryce was like, "What are you doing here?" And Jason's like, "What are you doing here?" And Bryce's like, "This is my cousin." He's like, "I'm the minister."
Right, yeah.
So like he does it on the side, and it's a decent amount of money because it's there's a growing trend right now with a lot of the younger generation where everybody doesn't want a traditional wedding.
Right.
Nobody wants, and the younger people, religion is kind of falling off. So having a Christian wedding isn't nearly as common as it used to be, and it's kind of hard to find someone who's not going to force a Christian wedding on you,
Right.
but is still ordained by the state in order to marry people.
I'd be
'Cause
like, hey, cool. What kind of
Hey.
wedding you want?
what kind of wedding you want? I got you. You want me to
Great.
put what on my head?
Just
It's $50 extra.
message me what you want. I'll look it up and I'll show up to the best of my ability.
Yeah, I'll do my best. We can practice it the night
Right.
before. If you change your mind, good luck finding somebody tonight.
You want me to? Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
but
Game of Thrones.
yeah,
We
no,
got
it'd
this.
be dope.
Yeah. All right.
No, but yeah, our wedding's gonna be, so far from what we're thinking, it's gonna be great. But what you hope for and what you plan isn't usually what you get. But
Take it from me.
we're not in a big rush.
Yeah. It's it doesn't matter how much you prepare.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I'm just gonna show up with
Just-
one
just go
plan
with it.
and one goal,
yeah,
and that's to take her away from everyone forever. To take her back to my man cave.
there you go.
Put her.
Well, you got to come over first and get dinner that we made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's my running joke. I'm just a caveman, and I've stolen her away.
True.
And I'm fattening her up so she can't run away.
That's fair. That's fair.
Not that you're getting fat, love. You look great.
Fantastic.
Right?
Yeah.
I think she looks great. She's starting to work out. She bought a yoga mat and some workout
Ooh.
clothes. And then here soon she's going to.
She needs a workout partner, Jerry.
Sure. Yeah. Right
Just-
now it's
just
like
saying.
it's her by herself because it's kind of tough to find people to go work out with. I feel her on that. But yeah, for sure. Her, Jerry, and Sis, all three
Oh,
of
yeah.
them can go work out.
And
Great.
and Kristen,
Yeah.
not
If she wants-
Kirsten.
Not Kirsten. Kristen. Sorry, I've been corrected for the error of my ways. I mean, I feel like we don't get to hang out with her much either. Her and Jacob have been kind of busy with the kid and stuff.
Uh,
But I'm sure they'll come around soon.
I mean, we see Kristen more than Jacob, but
Well, yeah, he's always working, but I don't even get to see either of them. So I kind of
Well, we'll change that.
I misses them.
They come over every once in a while,
Yeah. Let me know
about
the
as often as you guys do.
Yeah, which is weird that we don't run into each other. So, hey, let me know the next time I come over. I'll come over and cause a ruckus.
That's fair.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
Um,
Because they already questioned about my car.
Oh, about the lights.
Yeah, well, because they saw the Charger,
Uh huh.
and then they saw how dark the tinted windows were.
Yeah.
And Jacob, I guess, made the comment of he's going to get pulled over. But they didn't know whose car it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's my car. And those are factory.
Yeah.
So,
There's nothing I can do about it.
right.
Like that tent is between the glass. Like I
Right.
can't take that off.
And I'm definitely not buying new windows. So,
Like that's how it came from the factory, or at least that's how I bought it. So,
Right. Dealer had it. They should have known better.
Right. That's
So-
how the dealer sold me a car.
Here's your ticket. Okay, here's the dealer's address. Go give it to them.
Right.
'Cause- but yeah.
Let's see. We're going on about women's. Them working out. Kristen, Jake. Yeah. Yeah, Jake doesn't play video games as much anymore. He must be really busy.
I see him on all the time, but I don't know if it's him or
If
someone
it's her
using
watching
his account.
Netflix, yeah.
Yeah, so
And then somebody playing.
it is what it is.
Yeah,
I mean-
everybody got busy, and then we lost. What was his name? Jason.
But yeah,
Yeah, because apparently we weren't PG enough to be part of his group.
my thing. No, it was more so. He didn't like the way that we talk shit about each other. You know,
like you and me, or like just the group in general.
the group in general.
Ah, well,
Like, okay, well that's what happens when you've
known each other for this
right.
long.
4 of them live in the same house.
Yeah,
So
4 of them do live in the same house,
like yeah,
and they do talk a lot of shit to each other 24/7, but they love it.
right.
Um,
And he was mad at the fact that, Jerry comes in the house. She does her thing. I don't get up from my seat just to go talk to her about, whatever, and kiss the ground that she
walks on.
Right. I love my wife to death, but at the same token, my wife's her own independent person.
Right, she can do her own thing.
It's kind of like, what Will Smith said that one time about, happiness. Like,
not ringing a bell.
so basically he said something along the lines of, you should not be responsible for your partner's happiness. You should both just be naturally happy.
Right.
And then, you just reinforce each other's happiness. But to make
That's pretty
someone else responsible for
good.
your happiness
is so selfish.
is just beyond selfish. So it's like, look, she comes home from work, whatever.
She does whatever makes
I'm
her
gaming,
Yeah.
whatever.
happy.
Yeah, and then, we'll watch movies and shit like that. Like, she'll She'll throw like I'll have my laptop here and it'll or my PC directly behind it, and I'll be gaming, and it'll be like, hey, put on Netflix or Hulu, and it's like,
Done.
okay, back to whatever. Hey,
Right.
can you turn it up? You know, whatever. And yeah, every
Right.
once in a while she'll like, hey, can you turn your shit down? And it's just like, I'm sorry, what? Like, this is my game room. You're
Right.
telling me to turn my shit down so
There's
you
a
can
smart
watch.
TV in the living
Right,
room.
you just got a 65 inch. Yeah, go watch that or the bedroom.
Right.
Get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? But you know, that's just the way it was. But you know,
I
and
just don't understand why somebody would not be friends with you based off of your relationship.
well,
with
that's
your
the funny thing. Like the funny thing about Jerry is you know we would be driving and she'd be like, "Oh my God, look at that girl's ass," and I'm like, "She's got a nice ass." She's like, "I know, right?" And I'm like, "The fact that I can bird watch with my wife, that's awesome."
Mhm.
Whatever, you know. This guy, I would come home and I'd be like, "Yeah." So I remember what set this conversation off. I came home from work and I was like, "Yeah, dude, I was at this person's house and I was waiting for not this person."
No, but we just hit 2 hours.
Oh, damn.
Congratulations.
Nice.
Keep going.
I was like, "Hey, I was at this person's house and I'm waiting for maintenance to show up." And I was talking to this dude's wife. And we're talking about like nail polish.
Wait, did he work with you?
No,
Okay.
no. He didn't work with me. He was asking me about my day.
Okay.
And I was just like, whatever. And I was just like, yeah, man. Just talking to this dude's wife. She was smoking hot, and we're talking about nail polish. You know, because I was wearing black nail polish at the time.
Right.
And she had like this crazy color change shit that changed with the temperature. You
Okay,
know,
so
it went
some
from
mood ring.
yeah. It was
stuff,
just like yeah. Apparently that was enough to set him off, and now I'm a womanizer. I disrespect all women, and I'm just like, because
Talked about nail polish.
right,
Another dude's wife while I was waiting for.
or is it because I said that she was smoking hot? Because let's be honest, dude, like some of the shit that you say about other women, you are the biggest hypocrite in the world.
Right.
If what I said about this random girl is what
disrespectful.
right. So, and apparently he can't be friends with that. So,
Didn't he reach out recently?
oh yeah, he actually sent me a message on Xbox and he said, this is when BDO
Mm-hmm.
came to console.
Right.
And he was like, yes, was playing BDO and thought of you. And I was like, yeah, BDO's life. Been playing this shit for like 4 years on PC.
Right.
And that was it.
You
Like,
never replied back?
never replied back. And I was like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah, dude. Weird.
But okay, you know, so
His wife must have saw him messaging us.
probably,
Stop.
whatever.
So I think he messaged me too, because you waited a while to reply back to that, didn't you?
No, I think I probably like waited a day maybe.
So I think he messaged me and it's like, hey, is Jeff okay? And I'm like, I don't talk to you.
Right, like, because you suck.
Yeah, you just like left because you thought you were better than us.
Right. I mean, granted, your job is fun. Literally, you just drive around
And
the
buy
tri-state
magic
area
cards
and
sell
buy and
magic cards.
Right, you know, that's great.
Yeah.
That's fun. That's basically mobile what Dakota does.
Right.
You know, except Dakota's working for a company, so he sees whatever paycheck they give him.
Right.
Whereas that's all profit for him.
Right.
So it's like,
Makes good money.
right,
Yeah.
makes a killing doing it, you know? I even jumped on it for, a couple months there, and I made a decent amount, but it was just like, nah. I don't like going out and meeting random strangers
Yeah, I don't like it
in
either.
random locations, so.
That reminds me of a quote. Well, two things. Now that I can remember, I gotta remember this one. All right. So one is like, it's like I don't arm myself in order to keep away strangers. I arm myself so I can feel safe helping strangers. Like that. Like if I was armed, I'd be more willing to stop on the side of the road and help people who's having car problems or to pick up that hitchhiker.
Oh, yeah.
Because if they are crazy, I can defend myself. But a lot of the times I'll be like, dude, sorry, like
Oh, yeah.
it's the middle of the night, it's raining, you already look sketchy, I'm not stopping to help.
Oh yeah,
So,
no, he told me about the time where he went to go buy someone's collection and they straight up pulled a fucking 6-inch knife on him, like, because they thought that he showed up there with cash on him.
and he never does.
No, he never does that, and it's
Yeah.
just like that's smart,
Right.
you know. But so it was just like, yeah, let me go. You know, I don't have the cash, dude. Like, what are you gonna do? Like, you know, and that's what's nice about.
Hold me at knife point and take me to an ATM. What?
Right, yeah. Like, okay, let's both hop in my car. Sight, like,
Right.
you know, car only unlocks from one side unless you.
Hit the button twice.
Right, so, deuces,
Right.
you know, so. But, you know, it is what it is. That's what, I was talking to Jerry about that, actually. You never met this one guy, Tom. But I introduced Tom to the group. He was pretty cool. He was a pretty cool dude.
Okay.
He gamed with us. He played Magic. It was great. And then he just ghosted us.
Yeah.
Like,
People ghosted us.
bro, like, just straight ghosted us. And I'm just like, look, man, I'm all for, like, hey, apparently he was a sore loser. Like, what Jerry was telling me was she would hang out with his girlfriend, who was also named Brittany. Weird.
Coincidence, I think.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So he would hang out. They would hang out together, and I guess they would talk about how whenever he would come over and he'd play Magic with us.
Mhm.
You know, it doesn't matter that you lost, dude. It was a 4 or 5 person match.
Free for all.
Yeah.
Crapshoot, really, because anybody's gonna win that.
Yeah. The whole purpose of our play circle is not last.
Yeah. It's always not last.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter
Always
if
not
you
last,
lose.
or it's fuck him. He's losing first.
Right. You know. Well, apparently he would just. He's a new player too. Yeah. So constantly pissed off.
Always
Yeah.
trying to-
Apparently that was enough for him to just
Not one hanging out.
block us, ghost us. Yeah. So.
So I'd like to bring up something I remembered from a lot, like earlier, like probably like 15 minutes ago, but we kind of got on a tangent because you were talking about you and Jerry, and you quoted Will Smith. But I would like to quote Jeff Brown, and that's, you have to take turns being the bitch. Remember that talk that you had
Oh
with Jeremy?
Jesus! Yeah.
Dude, that was like, cause, oh, dude, that
I
was
think
so great.
Did he just break up with that girl?
You mean,
What happened?
You mean he just got divorced, or he was? I think he was fighting with his
I don't even know what
fiance
was
slash
happening.
wife at the time. I don't know. He was having relationship. He was having girl problems.
I can't remember if I was drunk or not, but man, the shit that came out of my mouth
Yeah, it was
the most
amazing.
philosophical.
The things that are said on Xbox Live Party chat.
Oh, dude.
Dude, it was so funny. We're all dying laughing, and you're like, "No, for real, you gotta take turns being the bitch."
To this day, it was just like, what was said exactly? Don't know.
Don't
but
know.
whatever he said,
But it
That
changed.
shit.
It changed my life.
yeah. I remember that, man. I wish we could just go back in time and just.
Record that.
Yeah.
Sure. Because I mean, yeah, there are times where when I'll wake up in the morning and like I was telling you earlier, like most mornings, Brittany will wake up. She will make my lunch. She'll put my breakfast burrito in the microwave while I'm dragging myself out of bed, trying to get motivated enough to drive to work.
Mm.
She'll come out here. She'll make me 2 sandwiches, throw everything in the bag, get a Mountain Dew, water, and a NOS if I have one. Put it in my bag, get my bag ready for me, get my coat, find my wallet, my keys, because I always throw them some random place.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are some mornings where she's dragging ass, like this morning. So while she's in the shower, taking her 35-minute shower because it's a long morning,
Right.
I come out here, I make my 2 sandwiches, I make her a sandwich, I pack her lunch in her lunchbox, I get my lunch ready, I just forgot to make breakfast, so I took her to McDonald's. But
See, that's a nice setup. With us, it depends on who works next day. So
right,
if I'm off, you know, whatever, I'm off.
right,
That probably entails me taking Sora to the school bus in the morning.
right.
That's it. Yes, my daughter's name is Sora.
That's great. We love Sora and Roman.
Yeah. Ronan, you know, he's still in bed. Illyria, she's hopefully still asleep.
Right.
You know, is whatever. My wife wakes up, she gets ready for work. She has to be at the hospital by 7.
Yeah.
You know.
Christmas.
So, fuck that. If she works, or if she's off the next day, that means I can stay up till probably 1, 2 in the morning.
Right.
I set my alarm for 7. I had to be at my first job by 8. Whatever. You know.
Yeah, you're one of those sleepless elites who can run on 5 hours of sleep.
It's what I do.
I guess, dude. I don't know how you do it.
But if we both work the next day, that means I go to bed by 12-ish, maybe 1. Wake up at 5. Take all 3 kids to
Grandma.
Yeah, grandma's house, or auntie's house, the babysitter, and then I have to be back to the house by 6:20 to
take Sora to the bus stop.
No, because they take Sora to the bus stop.
Okay.
I just drop off the 3 kids,
right,
and I have to be back in time for Jerry to literally me get out of the car, her hop into her car,
right,
and then she goes to work
because you can't fit all the kids in your car.
Oh no, we can.
But you just want to move the car seats back and forth.
Right.
Gotcha.
Yeah. No. So.
There's a system.
Right. Like, yeah. So if the car seats are currently in her car, you know, we drop them off in her car. But if they're in my car, you know, but
just stay in your car.
on days that I'm off and she works, the car seats automatically get transferred.
Right.
So it's like, you know, there'll be a couple days they're in my car, a couple days they're in her car. Yeah.
Right. Until she gets comfortable with your car, or just
randomly? No. That's just what it's gonna be. Yeah. She doesn't like driving the Charger. Just,
okay.
Yeah. So it's whatever. It doesn't have a backup camera, and
that's all right. Brittany doesn't like driving anything.
Right. I mean that's okay. That's okay.
She's getting there. It's just we keep procrastinating, and she has anxiety attacks.
Yeah. But you know,
she had a bad experience when she was learning to drive, and so she has to overcome
that's just with anybody though. Yeah. Like, you know, I didn't start driving until I turned 18.
I started when I was 15, and I remember how nervous I was when I first started, because I mean
I just didn't like driving simply because I'm one of those drivers. I get in the passenger seat, 5 minutes later I'm asleep. That's just how it is. It does not matter. Like,
no.
Good night. You know, and I will stay asleep until we get to the destination, and it's just, you know,
smooth sailing.
Right. And it sucks driving so much for Spectrum, because there'll be like these 35-40 minute drives, and I'm just like, dude, I don't remember the last 10 minutes. How am I still alive?
There are times where I'll go through an intersection and I'll be like, was that light green?
Like, I hope it was. Yeah, but it'll be
like I'll be driving and I'll be like, "Shit, is that a stop sign?"
Yeah, it'll be these long drives, and you're just like, oh shit, like
I'm 10 minutes away. Fuck, hold on.
Cool, yeah,
30.
All right,
all right, cool. We're almost there.
Yeah, and there's some days where I'm literally just fighting to stay awake, and I'm just like,
yeah, I have those days too.
Can't do it, but
that's usually where I'm like, I got the music up and I'm like,
yeah,
just trying to stay awake. Because, dude, I mean, there are times where it's just like, damn Christ.
And the moment I get out the car, I'm wide awake.
Wide awake. It's when you're in that van and you're by yourself. You're like,
oh yeah, that's why. It's funny because when we have new hires and they ride with us, they don't understand why some of us talk so much.
Because you're so lonely.
Right, you were talking to yourself for hours.
Thank you. I'm not the only one, dude. Like, I will literally have full conversations with my windshield.
Yeah,
because I'm just trying to stay awake.
Yep.
Trying to keep my mind active, because if I'm not talking or I'm not singing, I'm falling asleep.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if I've had 2 or 3 nosses.
It doesn't matter if I get a full 8-10 hours of sleep. It doesn't matter.
As soon as I get behind that wheel, if I'm not stimulating my brain somehow, I'm like,